Or
We're
for the
back.
VOD. We'll figure it out after, but since that game got cut off, we might just start the VOD here.
Yeah, chat, I'm sorry. I can't believe that happened. I cannot believe that happened today, of all frickin' days. But we're back. Stop using Virginia's internet. That's a good question. That's a good point. Oh, I'm actually so tilted about that. Chat, bracket update. There you go. There you go, chat. I can't believe this friggin' happened today. Team takeover. It's still not updating on mine, but that's fine.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little slow getting it ready.
Chat, team takeover 1. Spoiler, I still can't believe this happened today. And my internet's not working on my laptop still, so that's also awesome.
Yeah, we're all good though, because everybody knows that Team Takeover won, and looking at the bracket, the next game that we should have.
Yeah, we're gonna throw to intermission, and then we'll be back for. Oh wait, we're not even in our next game yet, are we? Like, it's not done.
Nope, we have a
some
bit of time
to fill. Team chat. There we go. Team takeover, winning 2-0 over Gang. I still can't believe that happened. Like, the stream was doing so well.
We'll
I'm
get it. We'll
cheesed,
get a
chat.
room back. We're fine. We're chilling.
I'm really cheesed.
We'll be good for the next matches that we have on stream. It will be winners semi, and it looks like we're still waiting for 2 matches to conclude, so we do have a little bit of time.
Yeah, we got some time to kill, which is fine. It's just, yeah. I'm glad we're back. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I have no idea how that happened, chat. But we will be welcoming for the second game. Jordan and I won't be casting. We'll be welcoming on Oblivion and Snowy Canadian to the caster desk for both the winners semifinal and the winners final. And then later on, the losers final and the grand finals will be casted by Gaugan and Alligator Saurus. Who also, shout out to Alligator Saurus for following. That's awesome. Boys are back. Yeah, I can't believe, like, I pay so much money for my internet too. Like, I pay for like that primo stuff. It just sucks.
What if it was one of the construction guys playing around with his excavator?
Dude, seriously.
And he's just sitting there and he goes, "Hey Alex, you want internet?"
I was like keeping my fingers crossed that it was like not my internet, but it was like Rocket League. But then I started talking in Discord and I didn't get any response, and I was like, oh great, it's me.
Yeah, it's all good. But are you gonna throw to intermission, or shall we chat for a little bit with chat?
Let's chat a little bit with chat, just because the intermission's only 5 minutes and we literally have like a full series that still needs to happen.
Ooh.
But quickly, let's go through the brackets since a lot of stuff has happened. The lower bracket, namely, tryout draft bouncing back after losing the team takeover over Shutoku, and Team Jewel once again did not play, so they got the automatic disqualify. And Lynx Clan taking down the Krusty Krab. Tough night for the SpongeBob stands tonight. I was really cheering for them. I like their team name, not gonna lie. Internet go Zanny versus Metallic 9 in lowers? Really? Wait, who's H? Which one's H? Oh, it says. I'm fighting him. That'll be fun. I'm excited. You know, at least the prediction went through. I was right. And at least it didn't. Let's hope it doesn't happen later on tonight in like grand final. That would be the absolute worst. But we'll do a quick refresh of the bracket here. Take another look at it. And yeah, Exodius taking down. I can't read that on my screen.
For which one?
Upper bracket. Exodius taking down La Sosa 2-1. It was a banger series by the looks of it. And now, so that's the M9 versus Zanny. So Zanny, I guess.
I see it.
La Sosa.
La Sosa also has Chilla.
Oh
Cowboy.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a pretty deadly lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Curious now to see Exodius. But now both of our matches that we need to play out are on stream. It just so happened that the one we did first was just the first of all the winners quarters.
Yeah.
Which is tough timing. But nonetheless, we're moving along. Things are happening. This bracket is coming together. It's so nice seeing a bracket like fill itself out. I don't know. Like I enjoy brackets. You know, I like looking at them. I like bracket challenges. I'll be the first to get a March Madness bracket 100% right. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, Volk is in the chat. How's it going, Volk? You guys are playing in this, right? Aren't you guys? Let me know.
I think so. I think Volk was in it, because I don't remember which team. Volk, what team were you on? I don't remember, but I remember I put your name in for seeding. Which team are you under?
Yeah, we're running this. Ignition!
Ignition. There we go. Oh, yeah, you guys are waiting then.
Yeah, you guys are up in the winners'
Oh, you
quarters.
beat the Krusty Krab.
How could you do that? How could you do that to the Krusty Krab? How dare you? I'm just kidding.
Taking down the Krusty Krab. Yum, yum.
But yeah.
Semifinals go to be fire.
Shortly, we'll throw to intermission, but I don't want to throw to intermission too early, because then we'll be sitting doing nothing. Rip Krusty Krab from Maxi RL. I mean, quickly, I guess, I'll take this opportunity to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope we got everyone back that we might have lost in the technical difficulties. But nonetheless, we persevere. We go on scripted bracket. How, like, I actually don't understand how the bracket, like, how did seeding work? Did it require, like, MMR? Or is it just, like, first seed was the first team to register, Jordan?
No, we use 6-man, so we put it in based off the 6-man's ring.
Oh, okay.
So everybody is very similar skill-wise. Like, the majority of players are all seeded with the number 5 is how it works in Smash, so they're B for 6-man. So it's a very, very close bracket. There's only, I think, a few teams who are a little bit lower ranked.
And it's interesting. We're seeing a lot of, not a lot, but we've seen some 2-1 series, which is always really exciting. Namely in like winners round 1. But lower bracket, it's a little scary because you only have that one opportunity to win. You don't get a second chance, which makes it really interesting. But the lower bracket finals, like the losers finals, will be a best of 3. Not just a one-off for that one, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I like our bracket. Like I like our format. Chat, let us know though. Remember, we want feedback. That's like our favorite thing. That's how we improve. That's how we get better. So even reach out to us on Discord if you have any issues with the bracket, or if you think we could do this better, or if you want to be more involved. Anything. Reach out to us on Discord, Twitter. Even we check our email. Like use our email form on our website. Just reach out. I just want to play again. That's fair. Well, wait, if you're in upper bracket still, correct? If you're at upper bracket, you'll get another opportunity to play. But I believe is the number 1 seed. Yeah, I believe they're the number 1 seed, so that could be a really exciting matchup between you guys and them. But nonetheless, you're still in the upper bracket, which is good. We've been waiting since 8:15. You'd think that this would be a quick one. But 41 minutes. Hopefully someone is reporting scores on that.
For which match?
Versus the Bandits. Oh wait, no, it's 25 minutes. I don't know why it says 41 on that one.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. I think, honestly, though, we could probably go to intermission pretty soon because one of the quarters final match is just about, well, potentially just about done, and the other one is, they're probably on game number 1.
All right, we'll have a quick another look at the bracket here. Both those matches are ongoing, so we'll be waiting for the results between Exodus and Havoc Esports, as well as Meowers versus the Quantum Tunnelmen. I think it was Tunnelmen, right? Tunnelers. So with that, we'll throw it to our first intermission of the evening, and when we come back, we will be welcoming on, I believe, we'll have to double check, because I believe they're playing their lower bracket stuff right now. But we'll welcome on Oblivion and Snowy Canadian for the cast. But if there's a little bit of time, Jordan and I will be back to chat with that. Criius Gamers. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Criius gets the lead here late in game 1. Is going to be something, chat. Wow.
Take a look at that one. What a read off of that corner piece. That was crazy.
All right, we are back, and stream, we're getting there. We're getting there. As you can see, we have an update in the bracket for you. The Quantum Tunnelers winning their winners quarterfinal and will be featured in the next on-stream match. And unfortunately, due to playing, Oblivion and Snowy Canadian won't be joining us for this game. So hopefully they'll be able to join us for the winners final, which is a best of 5. But it's looking like you'll be stuck with Jordan and I for one more game. And I have Jordan here with me right now. Jordan, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited. This is our first time running this tournament, so we're learning as we go. It's been a good stream so far. We're excited to have everybody in this. And yeah, I'm ready for some new games, or more games coming up rather. And I think we just have to wait for, I want to say Exodus, but
I think it's
Exodius.
It's not Exodus, it's Exodius or Exodius.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is they want to pronounce Exodius, or is it Exodus and they just put the I in there?
Exodius.
Because I look at that and I say Exodus. And then Havoc Esports.
It would be Exodus if it was like no I, like definitely. But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. But I'm not quite sure if there's been one game that's happened yet. But we're right around the corner. And it looks like, if we pull up our, actually, we'll pull up our bracket one more time here. It looks like Team Takeover will be taking on, we're now in our match with versus Ignition Esports. So, our stream timing, our pace might work out a little bit better here. It looks like we're on track for a nice, clean transition into the winner's final from the winner's semifinal. So hopefully that all goes smooth. Hopefully I don't have any more technical difficulties as well. And yeah, moving right along. Chat, who's excited? You know, despite the technical difficulties, I think I've used the word excited many times. But nonetheless, yeah, it's looking like it'll be us casting. I'm talking away from the mic.
That's all good. I'll be right back, Alex. I think, oh wait, never mind. Zuki updated. Oblivion is good to go for the cast.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear.
So Oblivion will be good, and then we're just waiting to see if Snowy Canadian is ready. I know he was downloading Rocket League because it uninstalled on his PC, so he's just getting that set up. And if so, we'll have those two casting. If not, we'll have Oblivion starting out the cast once we get going. But we're still waiting for some match results for the upcoming team. And do we know now?
Lost the best of one in OT. That's tough.
Oh,
that is a tough
so
one
tough.
to take. But hey, now we get you on the cast.
Exactly. Now at least Oblivion can be on the cast with us. Or take over the cast, rather. So that will be very, very good. And I think now just for creating the game lobby, we'll probably just use the one that's in Smash. And then we'll just relay that info to production.
Perfect. Which means you'll relay it to me. Which is good.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the... Yeah, I'll just put it into the chat. Yeah, so Snowy Canadian won't be ready for this first matchup. So it'll be Oblivion. We'll be taking it.
Yeah, I'm excited to have Oblivion on the cast. I'm not sure if Oblivion's actually been on a Criius cast before, so that gets me pretty stoked. Mailman, go Quantum Tunnelers. Love seeing the support for a team that we don't recognize here. Let's take another quick look at the bracket here. Quantum Tunnelers. Pretty clean. Well, I mean, they've only had to play one series. But so far, undefeated in their route to the winners semis. But Exodius and Havoc Esports will have something to say about that. And then on the other end of the bracket, Ignition Esports and Shufakadisbuff still at 0 games apiece. Middad redeeming the shoot a hoop. That's my team, baby. That's what I like to hear, Mailman. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Great to have you here, and we're excited to cast and cover your game as well. It'll be great to see you guys play. Shoot a hoop. So, okay, if my internet goes out this time, it's Middad's fault because my router is right there. Like, you can literally see it, like that little rectangle. So if it bounced off his router and internet goes out, it's your fault. I'll get the ball, though. All right, gamers. Oh my god, that's bad. That was really bad. Wow, I need to stop. I just did 2 and I missed both. Chat, it's like I've gotten worse since last time I did a shoot a hoop. But once again, let's check back in with our bracket. And after this, we'll be welcoming on Oblivion to the stream. Oh, and it looks like... Oh... I'll have to get an update from the production end. But we're still waiting, chat. I could run another intermission, honestly. You want to? Man is using his rudder as a net backing. You know, it's like it's a good rebounder, right? It's like angled on the top, so it bounces right back to me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I still can't believe we lost connection earlier on in the stream today, but nonetheless, we persevere on. We push further. And now all we can do is wait. Once again, let's just check in with the graphic. Still waiting on our 2 winners quarterfinals. But as you can see, things are rolling on the losers bracket side of things. Tryout draft losing to V6 Black. Bandits Gaming taking down Lynx Clan. And La Sosa taking down Metallic 9. Zanny taking down his former team. And finally, Bussy Bus winning over the Funky Boys. And now we have Gang taking on Bussy Bus. And the Meowers, who lost in the winners' quarters, taking on V6 Black. So we're just waiting on the outcomes of our winners' quarters to see the rest of our losers round 3 matches. And Mino Weston redeems the shoot-a-hoop. I can't believe this is a thing that we do, but sure, I got you. I got you. Okay, here we go. Oh my word! I'll do another one because I'm doing 2 now for some reason. Yeah, alright. It's a rough day for me, guys. Cast my game. Zanny, I think the best way we'll be able to cast you is losers finals. So, you gotta go on that deep run. You gotta take down Gang or Bussy Bus.
All the way, Zanny.
No, you're oh my god. There's some banter going on in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. But nonetheless, we're still playing the slight waiting game.
We have an update though. It looks like from the back side here that we can see is Havoc took the W. So once that update's fully, we do have our match. If you refresh the bracket,
Havoc Esports still a little behind on my end, but if that is true, we have our first semifinal matchup, or winner semifinal, I should say. It's not updating though.
Yeah.
What the heck? You'll lose before you get there. Ooh, some fighting words in the chat. I love to see it. And I'm also waiting on lobby info and caster info. Snowy Canadian with the follow. Will you be joining us for the first cast, or is it still too late?
I think they both will actually, yes.
Let's go. That's what I like to hear. Let's go. Two good casters. You don't get our scuff casting, which is good. Always a good time. And hopefully, as we take another look, after this game, we'll be jumping right into the winners final. So in theory, we should be a pretty quick segue into the next game. And so I'm just looking for match info now, and then I'll drag
Yeah, I don't
up-
know where that stuff is. That's where I was confused. Because I don't know.
I just expected to find it. I thought it was gonna be sent to me.
No, I think we will send it. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, chat, it's officially Havoc Esports taking on the Quantum Tunnelers. Another shoot a hoop and a posture check. Oh my god. Okay, I'll get these done before we throw it. There's your posture check. You can do a string evenness check. Now I'm too tall for string. There we go. And the shoot a hoop. You know what? I'll do this one backwards for you, little big man T. That was bad. That was bad. Oh my god. I'm not going to hit a single one today. But
We're just waiting for the teams to check in, and then we will get the lobby info and get started.
thank you for the update. Vertical. That's what I like to hear. Mailman, check in. And we get a bruh in the chat from Mile Weston. So close. One of these days. I think I hit a backwards one once. I gotcha. It's warm in my house. I'm sweating.
Is it a warm day in YYC?
It's actually not. It's kind of cloudy. Like it's nice spring weather, you know? It's been
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I
Lots
feel
of
that. I
walking
feel that.
lately. And then yeah, like I was saying earlier, I ref my first soccer game. It was perfect weather. It was beautiful weather for the first game of the season. But I'm so sore from it. Like my legs are killing me. And it's 10-year-olds. Like I'm reffing 10-year-olds, and they tired me out.
Lobby info is in the chat, so we can pass it over to our casters. Join up in that lobby, and we'll be good to go.
Joining up now. Ooh. All right, if this works, we'll throw it over to our casters in just a second. And with that, we're going to throw it over to our casters for the second game of the evening, the winners semifinals. And without further ado, Oblivion, Snowy Canadian, welcome to the stream.
Thank you. It's great to be here back on the live after a little bit of not casting. I'm here with Snowy Canadian, and we're really excited to see these two teams. I was playing this a bit earlier on Metallic 9, and Havoc actually absolutely took out our team. Got 2-0'd right in our first match, sent us to the losers bracket. So I'm excited to see how they do here.
Yes, this is looking sorry about that. Oh, this is looking pretty good matchup here today. I'm super excited to be back here with my other caster Oblivion, and I'm super excited to see some more Rocket League gameplay today.
All right, and it looks like we're just waiting to see the players join. Casters are all good, and just waiting for something to happen on the screen here. So we have Havoc Esports versus the Quantum Tunnelers. I have not seen the Quantum Tunnelers yet, so this will be... I don't think I've seen them in any tournaments I've watched before, so this will be really exciting for me. I always love seeing a new team on the field that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, I have these teams are all brand new to me. I'm just here to learn a little bit more about these teams and see kind of what kind of skills everyone has. And I got the interesting stats here right now. Yeah, Havoc Esports and Quantum Tunnelers. Those are some really actually neat names. I've a lot of creativity went into those ones. The Quantum Tunnelers sounds like a really cool name.
Yeah. From what I hear from other people in the community, Havoc Esports has a lot of teams. This one, I'm not sure which team they are exactly, but they were really good to play against. We have Cosmic, Avidel, and Sparky on the team, going against the Quantum Tunnelers, Mailman, Kai, and Anton.
Oh, okay. So Mailman is being the captain of the Quantum Tunnelers as well as Cosmic being the captain for Havoc. Very nice. So as the players begin to join here, I'm gonna put my money down on the table here. Going on a limb, I've never seen these guys play, but I think it's gonna go to 3 games, and I got my money on Quantum Tunnelers.
Oh yeah, well I've seen Havoc Esports play before, and right as we get off here, I'm gonna put my money on them, as
Alright.
I've seen how they played, and I liked what I saw.
Very good flick there by Kai, but it just bounces off the crossbar there.
Yeah, and we're
Pass
just
up
getting
mid.
right into the game, and it's already just in the blue side. Avidel trying to make a play. Kai's gonna try and push it out. Oh, and it looks like there's an opportunity here. Sparky quickly puts it away. Keep it in the blue side. Moon.
Got some interesting car choices here. I don't even know what that car is. I haven't seen that one before.
I got a few interesting cars on the field. I think that is one of the new ones, like one of the new Mustangs, it looks like.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that is accurate. Someone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong there.
See, we got a couple Fenix and a couple Octanes. The pride and joys of Rocket League.
Ooh.
Very good shot there.
A double
Ooh,
shot. Kai's coming
Kai.
in.
Very good shot there by Kai as he just finishes up the shot there by Looms.
Just slots it right in the top right. They were not able to get back just in time for that, putting the Quantum Tunnelers up 1 goal.
Yeah, as we are a minute and 5 seconds into the first game here, we are looking. It's pretty even right now. You know, I think it was a pretty lucky
Ooh.
bounce there. Oh, here we go. Oh,
That
very good.
greasy little demo there. Almost scored the Havoc Esports a goal, but it's coming right back, and that might just be another opportunity.
It almost
Kai's
looked like he.
gonna-
Oh, sorry.
All good, all good. A little bit rusty on the casting, both of us. It's been a while, but we'll see where it goes here.
Yeah, from past casting experiences and watching, games, you get to feel at your opponents in the first couple minutes of the game, and I feel like these they haven't played each other quite yet. And oh, here we go. This is a very good
Oh.
opportunity for Cosmic for
All
Havoc
three of the
Esports.
Quantum Tunnelers. Or what's that? No, that is the Havoc Esports team. I got my teams mixed up. All of Havoc Esports on the blue side. No one back to defend. Just
Oh.
getting a freebie goal.
There's a lot of interesting items in the game now. I haven't even seen like there's a new goal explosion I saw there. Is a very good choice.
It seems like they're adding new stuff every day. I can't keep up either. It looks like
challenge there, and Sparky will take it in his own end, and it looks like very good chance here, but Anton is back for the save. Ooh.
yeah, and another goal from Lemoon, just shooting it right back into the corner of the net. Ball just hanging around. He's gonna take that right in there, down on the crossbar from Kai.
That was a very good shot there. Yeah, there's 3 guys sitting in. Three Quantum Tunnelers sitting in the net, but he just found the spot there and it breaks through the defense.
Alright, we got Kai here, putting it back into the orange side. Quantum Tunnelers looking to get one more goal. Not able to sink it just yet, and there it goes. Lemoom with another shot on the net, bringing him up to 2 goals.
Well, the Quantum Tunnelers are now getting a little bit of momentum here. Oh, no, wait, yes, that is the Quantum Tunnelers, just want to make sure. They got a little bit of momentum here going into the second half of the game, as we are sitting at 3-1 now with 2:25.
Alright, it's a little hard to keep track of which team is which, but we'll get it down, we promise. As Cosmic is bringing up the roof, Quantum Tunnelers just keeping it on the offensive. Not able, just keeping that strong defense and an even stronger offense right now. And we'll have to see if Havoc Esports is able to bring that back.
Yes, the boost management by Quantum Tunnelers is keeping Havoc Esports trapped in their own end. And they've got to get a little bit more passing plays going on, as see a couple double commits early in the game, but of course everyone's just trying to feel out the game and get into the playing rhythm. So
that first game you can never really tell, because that's the first time you played against this team. After that, that's where everyone starts to stand their ground. You really get to see which team is going to come out on top. The first game, you're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, it's especially in a 3-game series, you know, you don't want to wait too long to try and figure out what's going on, because by the time you do, there's only 2 minutes left in the last game and you don't have a whole lot of time. But that's why I think that's where experience comes from, though. You know, playing the game every day for how long like these players do. Ooh, Kai, a missed shot there. I'm not too sure what was going on, but we've got 1 minute left remaining in the game, and looks like Quantum Tunnelers might take game 1 here.
It sure does look that way. With 50 seconds left on the clock, Havoc Esports is down 2 goals. Quantum Tunnelers have them on the run. And it looks like they're setting up for a 4th goal even. But doesn't quite get there, and it's back on the other side of the field.
So there's a tiny bit more pressure here from Havoc as they try to look to tie the game late. But Quantum Tunnelers are just not giving them any space. Good
right, and there it goes. Lemoom might get another free goal there, as it just rolls right towards Havoc Esports net. They're unable to get back in time. Cosmic just barely getting out there.
Yeah, Cosmic almost made it back there, but Lemoon manages to push it past him. And just looks like Havoc is not having a very good game here, as we dropped to 4-1 now, but...
Oh, that is a really bad kickoff. Unfortunate for the Havoc Esports. You do not like to see this.
Yeah, the double commits on kickoff are always the sticklers. And I think it's just frustration now getting to Havoc as we move to 5-1 now, and looks like Lemoon decided, hey, I'm gonna do this myself.
Quantum Tunnelers, looks like they're going to take game 1 here. Game 2, Havoc Esports, they're gonna have to regain and re-strategize to try and beat this team. As we just wait for the ball to hit the ground, there it is. Quantum Tunnelers taking game 1 of this series.
Oh yeah, that is a Ford Mustang. Sorry, I just...
So many new things in the game.
Oh wow, so Sparky is actually a supersonic legend, I just saw that. As many of these other players probably are, but just don't have the tags on.
That's right, that title is always the tell.
Yeah, Lemoon going with 4 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and 7 shots on net. He's a very, very active player in game 1 here, as he carries his team to the first victory.
That is right. We'll have to keep a sharp eye on Lemoon to see if this trend keeps up, or if his team's going to play a bigger role in the next games here. And as we just get into game 2, the teams are joining again. Looks like we got teams on the same side. We got Havoc Esports on orange and Quantum Tunnelers on blue.
Great.
And we're just about to get into it here, folks.
Kickoff goes, and we have Kai and Cosmic on the kickoff, and it goes Havoc's way as they look to score an early goal here to get some momentum generated. Oh, very good demo there.
Savage just staying in the air on this side. A very close shot, but it's not quite in for Havoc Esports. As it's quickly saved away.
Here we go. It looks like Havoc is now generating a lot more opportunities, scoring opportunities for themselves as they look to have the upper edge here in the first 30 seconds of the game, and they have very good ball control and doing a little bit of passing plays as Quantum Tunnelers kind of struggle in their own end right now.
Yeah, it looks like from first impressions of the second game, Havoc Esports does appear a bit stronger here, but as the game progresses, we can see that the Quantum Tunnelers are keeping it in their side and slowly pushing towards. And we'll see, will Quantum Tunnelers get this goal? It's a great pass, but it's on the crossbar, on the side post,
no.
and there's the third one. That's the killer. Kai gets it in, and that's another goal for the Quantum Tunnelers.
Wow, I thought they were going to hit all three crossbars or all three posts before the ball went into the net, but Kai decides to finally put it in the bottom right of the net there.
You know, they say that's the strategy. You gotta hit the crossbar, you gotta hit the right post, and then the left post. After that, the fourth guy hits the other post. Clearly I've heard this quote from someone who does not play the game, as there's no fourth person.
Nah, chaos mode is definitely where I've learned a lot of my skills. In case you can tell,
absolutely.
Oh, Sparky, lucky bounce there. There's a nice little air dribble there by Sparky, and it kind of just rolls in. So
Gets it right over Lamoom, and it just rolls right in after that. The other two just not able to get back in time.
So 1-1 now as we a minute and 30 into the second game of the series, and Havoc looks to tie it up in the series as we move along here. Ooh, good save there by Cosmic. As Anton going off the roof for the roof, pinch to the middle. Very good shot by Kai, but he hits the crossbar. I think we should start counting crossbar shots here, as hit more of those than anything else.
It's already at 2 this game. We can keep count all night. And we'll have to see which team hits more crossbar shots.
I think that's the real winner. Whoever
That
hits
is the
more.
real winner. Who hits the crossbar more, that's what I'm watching for. That's what it's all about. As we have Kai here, pushing up the field. No one's able to receive it. Lumum trying to keep it in the midfield. Avadel's going to try pushing it towards the net, and Kai's bringing it right back. Keeping that offensive pressure that we've seen so much from Quantum Tunnelers over these last 2 games. It seems to be a bit more of a balanced game, though, this time around, as we're sticking around 1-1 just halfway through this game here.
Yep, as we said, you know, the team's got to figure out game plans a little bit more as they look to secure themselves a win. But looks like Havoc is a little bit more back into the game than they were in the first one, as they get a couple demos there, create some more offensive pressure. Kai takes to the sky here. Very good pass there, but Anton receiving the pass.
Kai just keeping it in that corner, trying to get a play going. But Avadel is going to push it back out and just stays in the midfield.
Could have been dangerous there for Quantum Tunnelers.
Ooh, the
that's a
back pass.
very
There's no one
interesting-
back on the Havoc Esports side. Sparky unable to save, and Kai's just going to get that free goal once again.
Very good cut there by Kai, as he, not too much boost, but he had just enough to cut it perfectly, and Sparky just not able to get back. So we are sitting at 2-1 as we move into the final 2 minutes of the game. Quantum Tunnelers look out to close the series at 2 games.
Havoc Esports, they're going to have to stay strong here and keep their mindset as fresh as possible if they're looking to win this game. They're down 1 goal. It's not too far behind, but with the wrong mindset, you can easily fall way behind in these games.
Yeah, over committing and other, you know, mistakes that you make when, you know, you're just trying to force out that last goal and trying to tie up the game late. You know, you want your team to win so bad, but you know, you gotta stop. You don't want to do too many bad things, though.
Absolutely, and we have Cosmic here. Just gets that shot right in the net. I'm not even sure where he came from, but he's got the goal and he's tied this series up. A great pass from Sparky, and it looks like he just forced his way in there and got that goal.
little bit of a lucky bounce there for Cosmic, but very good passing play as the Havoc esports team shows off their chemistry. So they have tied up the game now, and Cosmic takes to the sky for the double tap, but Kai on the backboard for some good defense there, and Kai gets a lucky shot. Oh, that's 3 now. We've hit, or that's 4 now. I've counted 4, 2 posts and 2 crossbars.
That is right. And as it flies again towards the Havoc Esports net, Sparky's just able to get it out. And Anton is just going to try and push it right back in. Gets a pass to Kai. Kai's going to look for a pass on the backboard. And Sparky's clearing it right back out to Avidel. And the ball stays in the midfield. This game could go either way with 20 seconds left on the clock. We might see overtime. And just as I say that, they almost get a goal. Sparky saving.
Yeah, overtime would be something.
We'd
5
love to see
seconds
some
left.
overtime here.
Yes, we would. Cosmic trying to keep it up and play here.
0 seconds left on the clock.
Oh!
And
No!
that's not in!
Kai
almost getting the win for the team.
crossbar. He hits the crossbar and straight down. Oh, that was a couple millimeters there.
That is number 3 for the
Securing the win.
crossbar.
Very unfortunate as Kai looks to close out the game, but a double commit might put Havoc into some dangerous territory here as they are looking to stay alive. Anton with some great backboard reading right now. A miss by Kai, but everyone bails him out. And the pressure is all on the Quantum Tunnelers right now as the Havoc Esports just is ripping the ball at them every chance they get.
We have Cosmic here. Gonna put it up to the backboard. It's blocked right back out by Kai. Goes all the way across the field. Really back and forth right now here, folks. But Anton is trying to get a goal out to his teammates.
The backboard defense is very good this game, I've noticed. You know, you don't see too often where the backboard is undefended by either side, as I think backboard defense is a very key, crucial part of the game, especially when you get up to these upper level games.
There's very strong defense at points in these games, but we've also seen quite a few mishaps from this series, where goals have just been rolling into the net. Lemoom is putting it on the backboard, and almost a goal from Kai, but just rolls off to the side.
Yeah, I think Havoc is just living a very dangerous life right now, as Quantum Tunnelers now have the upper edge, and all the momentum is kind of shifting in between both teams right now, and you know, no team has too much momentum, as it's pretty hard to generate some when last goal's on the line. But
You gotta remember here as well, Havoc is playing this game to stay in the upper bracket. If they win, Quantum Tunnelers, they still got another game. They're chilling right now. Everything is in Havoc Esports' end. And it all depends on what happens this game. Oh, and that might be it there! What a
good
save!
save.
Avidel!
There's a little bit of a double commit there, but they made sure to keep the ball out of the net. Very good shot there by Quantum Tunnelers as they look to secure the game, and we are now 2.5 minutes into overtime.
That is right, as it falls right in front of the net. Avidel
Oh!
gets the goal, keeps Havoc Esports in this tournament, in the upper bracket, at least for now, as we go on to Game 3.
So we will get a game 3, so my prediction is coming true so far. Very good shot there by Avidel. I did call it. Avidel with a very nice flick over the defending Quantum Tunnelers, and finishes it off as we move to game 3 now. It was a 3-minute overtime. It was very, very both ways here.
That is a rarity to see in most of these higher levels, but it is always welcome when it does come. And after that last game, we did see Lemoom did not take the lead for his team again there. They were a bit more balanced in points. As we get into Game 3, we'll have to see what happens this time. As we get an early goal, nope, Cosmic is going to defend it and make everything I say wrong today.
Very good. Oh, a little bit of a mistouch
Ooh.
there. Oh, wow. I don't know what happened there. two mix-ups there by Havoc and Quantum. They looking a little bit nervous in this game, as a little bit more pressure now on Quantum as Havoc looks to get game 3 going. Well, 30 seconds left in the game. We've got a couple shots on goals, but nothing too dangerous quite yet.
That is right. With both of these teams now up 1 game, this game decides it all. Who will stay in the upper bracket and who will be moving down. And as I say that here, it's right in front of the Quantum Esports net. They are trying to keep it out. Or Quantum Tunnelers, sorry. And now it's
Very
back
good
in
demo
Havoc
there
Esports.
by Anton. Trying to create a little bit more pressure here. As Quantum Tunnelers are doing what they do best, is keeping the ball in Havoc's end. But Havoc is trying to respond here with a nice little ground pinch there.
The Quantum Tunnelers, they really do have that strong defense. And I might even dare to say that a good defense is better than a strong offense. Especially in the case of Rocket League.
Yeah, you are the expert, so that would make sense.
I barely call myself that, but alright, I'll take it.
Very good pass there by Cosmic as he's looking for Sparky, but no connection there. Cosmic playing it to the corner of Quantum, as I think we're starting to see everyone's true colors come out here now. Halfway through game 3 is when things get very interesting. Nice little musty flick there by Anton.
All one of these teams need to do is score 1 goal, and they'll have the other team on the run for the rest of the game here. And we're just waiting to see who's going to make that first move. Who's going to get that first opportunity to throw it right into the net, as the ball just stays in the midfield.
Yes, this is very good sustained pressure by Quantum Tunnelers as they, like I said again and again, they're just keeping that ball heavily guarded. And they're always trying to keep it in the corners and trying to get a little bit of some offense going. That's a good shot there by Kai, but Cosmic. Nice little save there.
We have Kai pushing it back down the field, but it's going to be blocked by Avidel. He might have an opportunity here as he dribbles it in, gets a flip reset, but it's blocked. And Sparky brings it right back up. And just brings it closer and closer to the net, but it's cleared back out and right back at them. It's now going to the other way. Anton trying to throw it to the net.
Oh, as we move to 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the game, I'm starting to wonder maybe if we will see overtime or if we will see a late game goal. I think the late game goals are always the most heartbreaking. You play the entire game perfectly up until the last minute or so of the game, and it's just heartbreaking to put all that energy to waste.
That is right. When the game goes the entire game 0-0 and then someone scores in the last, let's say, 12 seconds, that can be very unfortunate. But it is a very big game changer.
Bit of a bumping going on by Sparky as he looks to lead his team. Very good shot there off the crossbar. Oh, but Sparky couldn't quite finish it there. Anton now up to challenge, and he gets it into their Havoc Esports end once again.
It's another opportunity for Quantum Tunnelers as it goes close to the Havoc Esports net. Are they able to get the clear? Kai's keeping it strong there. Navidel's looking for a clear, but it's blocked by Lamoom. It does not quite go anywhere though.
We have 10 seconds here left until... Oh, looking pretty dangerous here as Havoc looks to stay in the game. Good pressure here by Quantum as the ball will roll and touch. So now we have overtime.
Overtime, baby. Game 3, 0 goals on the field. Let's see what happens. That was close, but another crossbar. That's 4 now if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe so. 0-0 defense is definitely playing a huge part here, as Cosmic looks to create a little bit of dangerous opportunity here for his team. Anton now with the moves, the dribbling moves. And yeah, the defense was a huge part of this game, as no goals were scored and we are now in overtime. So I think this is looking pretty good in content-wise.
Both teams are heavily focusing their defense, and that's the way it seems to, the trend that seems to keep going this game. Oh, but there it is. Sparky gets it. The goalie is threatened out of the net. And it just goes right in. Avidel with that play keeping Lamoon away from the ball. And it goes right on in, bringing Havoc Esports to the next match. Quam Tunglers, they will be going to the lower bracket.
A very good game there, as Avidel with the pressure there, as the goaltender couldn't quite come across. So now Havoc is all good.
All right, and with that, I believe we will be going to a short intermission, and we will see you guys in the next game. And I'll let Brody come back and take it away from us.
Sends it to the corner. They need to score right here. That's a good pass. That's a good shot. Oh my word. This is a team where all three of these players can play Rocket League the way they want to play it.
A few months ago, we decided to start showcasing some high-level practices in Rocket League. We began working with schools across Canada as we saw a gap in Canadian esports where teams weren't being showcased on professional broadcasts. So our idea was to connect teams with each other, get them all into one place so they could have some high-level scrims, and also give them the chance to be on stream. Typically scrims in Rocket League are about an hour long, but for the purposes of the stream, we do a best of 5 match, but we also encourage teams to continue scrimming off stream. We focus mainly on working with Western Canadian collegiate level teams, but also work with other teams across Canada and into the United States. Lots of the American teams are from leagues such as the Blackline Championship Series. Here's some of the teams that we've been working with so far among many other teams. So at the collegiate level, we've had teams like UBC, University of Alberta, as well as University of Manitoba. And then other teams across Canada and into the States that aren't collegiate include our very own roster with Criius Gaming, Team Takeover, and Velocity Esports. We've also had some amazing people helping us so far put on these scrim streams that we really appreciate and want to give a quick shout out to. Alex has been putting on the entire stream production. That has been his main job and he's been killing it. The two of us have also casted a few games, which is always a lot of fun because we're not professional casters.
Clean, smart plays, good pass, clean shot, and it's a 1-goal game.
There was almost a save there as two of the defenders from Lethbridge were trying all they could to get there. But we do actually have some better casting from our content creator, Little Big Man T.
Not able to keep it out of the midfield. That's just off the post, and Jarl's gonna be able to put that one in.
As well as Gaugen and Leo.
A beautiful finish to a play there for the first goal.
And that's the 1-2 knockout. Good hit to the corner and a good shot into the far post.
Our first few weeks went really well, and we decided to add in a new segment, a 1v1 freestyle show match. First up, we had Django, our very own freestyler who was also a sub for us temporarily on our competitive team.
That's pretty, dude, I can't even hit the ball.
He took on Kyle Clutch 9, an up-and-coming streamer from the States.
Single reset, gonna go for the pogo. Gets the pogo off. Gonna go for the musty, and he gets it far down.
We repeated this in week 5 with Django facing off against Leviathan, who's from Australia and has competed in RLCS Oceania. He's also a freestyler for Pulse Clan.
Django yet to really have a look on net. That's a nice flip reset there into the musty. Can he get a double tap? Yes, he can.
We've had so many exciting moments on stream so far, so let's check out some highlights. So far, we have nearly 100 people in one of our Discord servers who are helping participate and put on these events. But this is just the start. We have some really exciting things coming in the near future, so be sure to stay tuned, check out all of our socials, links are down below. Keep up to date with everything we're doing because we're gonna be doing some amazing stuff and we wanna really bring you guys along the journey with us. Also, I wanna do one last shout out to Galgan because they've been really helpful, dedicating so much of their time to helping put on some amazing casts for us. He's a great caster. Go check him out. Links are down below. Shout out to you, Galgan. That's all for today's video. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for supporting the Criius crew.
All right, we are back. Oh my God, what an absolutely crazy winner's semifinal there. Coming up for you guys, we've got the winner's final. Let's take another quick look at our bracket. Lots has happened since we last tuned in. Took down Team Takeover in the other winner's semifinal, and we'll be joining Havoc Esports in the winner's final very shortly here. And if I quickly check, we are able to join. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Oblivion and Snowy Canadian for the cast. Gentlemen, enjoy the game.
Thank you so much. We're glad to be back here as we lead to the winners final, and we're up against Havoc Esports. Sorry, Havoc Esports is up against Unintelligible. Very interesting name there, name choice, but we are here and we'll try our best to pronounce the players' names at least. So I believe this is also a best of 3, correct?
We're just getting word now that it is in fact a best of 5. And on this roster, we have, for Havoc Esports, you just saw them, is Cosmic, Sparky, and Avidel. And on the other team, which I'll just be referring to as Team Orange, we have Criius, Heps, and Stu. This should be an exciting matchup here that we're about to get into. And we'll see if Havoc Esports can keep on the winning train that they have had.
So we have Criius, Stu, and Neps, sorry. Very good save there. As Team Orange is looking to get an early lead here.
Ooh, and what a shot on net, but Avidel saves. As it's going right back to the orange side. As Stu brings up the backboard. This goes right back to Havoc.
Lots of pressure coming out of the gates as Havoc. Oh, good demo there though. Havoc is looking to score the first goal of this series. The first goal is always the most important because it gets your team up. Oh wow, that was almost an own goal.
And it hits the post right after too, but was saved from Sparky as they're carrying over that defense from the last game that we saw in that third game.
I think Havoc has a little bit of an upper edge here as they were just coming out fresh of a game. Stu trying to get the flip there, but it looks like Havoc does kind of have the advantage as they were playing right before this, and so they're pretty warm on that winning feeling. It all comes down to this last best of 5 series.
That is right. Havoc, they have the momentum of the last game, and they are just looking to get past this last team, and they're right on to the grand finals. But so far, it looks to be similar to the game 3 that we just saw. It's still at 0-0, 2 minutes into the game, as both teams don't really want to take too much of a risk, it looks like.
Stu looking to fake out the opponent, but not too good there. A little pass crossboard here as crossbar, sorry. Very good defense coming in from both teams as we haven't had too much danger quite yet here early in the game, but it is still early, so we could see a couple lucky bounces go one team's way, but it's looking pretty even so far.
Right, and we have Avidel here, trying to get out of their end. Cosmic's going to bring it up right onto the backboard, but Criius is going to push it right back out. A good save. Havoc Esports is looking to get that first goal right now. as they keep pushing further and further into the orange side. And with that shot, what a save. Stu just pushing it to the post, and there it is.
There it is.
Cosmic just dropping it down from up top, getting the first goal of this game, putting Havoc in the lead.
Very good shot there by Cosmic, as all three members of the orange team were unable to save that ball. But very good shot there, and then Havoc is now up 1-0 with half the game to go.
That is right. The orange team, they're going to have to come up with something here to get past Havoc Esports.
Good pressure coming from Team Orange here as they look to secure their first goal of the game. Criius, high shot above the net there as we have a double commit, but looks as though Team Orange is they need to work on the communication a tiny bit better, as we've just seen 3 double commits in the span of about 10 seconds.
One of the many things you hate to see in this game, but hopefully with a bit of communication they can solve that. Right out, and Sparky unable to save, almost gets it, hits the crossbar, and it rolls right back into his car. Very unfortunate for him, but it brings the game to 1-1.
A little bit of a misplay there by Sparky, as who's didn't mean to do it, but the own goal is a tough one. Good pressure here. Takes to the skies. I think that these two teams are a perfect match right now, as they're feeling each other out, trying to see what their pros and cons of each team is, and work off that when they can.
Team Orange here, as soon as they get that communication back up and running, they are going to be super dangerous, I think. But as we get further into this match here, with 40 seconds left, we might be looking to a Game 1 overtime.
I wonder if the seriousness ever gone, every single game going to overtime.
That would be a very long series to see. But Heps gets a cheeky little goal from the left, just tosses it right into the net. Havoc Esports just unable to reach the ball, just barely out of their reach.
Yeah,
Putting
Sparky
the orange
was
team
just
in the lead.
Sparky was just a tiny bit too far behind the net, as he didn't have time to reach that ball, and now it looks like Team Orange is looking to secure the win on Game 1.
Oh, we have a little bit of a bumper car session going on in the field, as the orange team are looking for a third goal in the last few seconds of the game. Havoc Esports not being able to clear just yet, but Cosmic pushes it up. His teammates will be looking, but can't find it. Orange is going to take the first game.
A very good first game there as we move into Game 2. Team Orange does take Game 1, and we have a very even Game 1 though. It's very close coming from these two teams. They're very highly skilled teams, so the defense is definitely carrying over from last series for Havoc as well.
You love to see the pattern in the colors there. A very balanced game indeed, with every player playing their part. Havoc Esports, they're down a game, but they can regain. We'll have to see what happens in Game 2.
We have the center kickoff. Oh no, we have diagonal kickoff here coming. We've got Criius. Very good kickoff there is Sparky. Gets a little bit of a head start there. And as we move into the second game, I have a feeling that Havoc is looking to respond.
Indeed, Havoc is looking to respond, and they gotta do it in a strong way if they want to take this second game here. The way Orange just completely clutched up in the second half of the Game 1. Oh, and almost a goal from Sparky, but not quite. Havoc looking for the very early goal this game. Gets a flip reset, unable to capitalize on it.
I think there's just a tiny bit of miscommunication there by Havoc, but Cosmic very close there to getting his team the first goal. Very good air dribble from Avadale. but unable to produce a goal on that play. Very good defense coming here, and Criius shoots it far right, but it's way too far right as now Havoc is looking to score their first goal of the game.
Ball just staying in the midfield, but right as I say that, Havoc looking for the net, doesn't quite get it. Heps with the great defense, and just barely keeping out of their net right now. It's a lot of great pressure from Team Havoc right now, as they keep pushing it further and further towards the net, but no goal just yet. With that one just barely hitting the post a bit earlier.
Very good shot there by Criius now with a little bit of pressure for his team. So now we are going into the second half of this game, and defense is still holding strong as we are looking at 0-0, and the boost management and the pressure coming from both teams is very good so far. We got a couple of pinches along the sidewall there, but Heps is back to secure the ball.
The coordination this game has woken up. Both teams are just absolute monsters at defending right now, as no goals have been scored just yet.
As both teams are very team defense coordinated right now. I worded that terrible, but
All good. All good.
2.5 minutes now. We are halfway through the game, and we are still sitting at 0-0. And who will we see fold first is the real question.
In these games where it's very low scoring, one goal can make all the difference. So that's all either of these teams need. As soon as they get that, the game might as well just be theirs at that point. Unless something happens with defense afterwards, that's all it takes. That could be the deciding factor of this game, whoever gets that first goal. Oh, and there it is!
Sparky.
The bump! And Sparky gets it right in.
So Havoc looking to make a name for themselves in this game. Sparky gets a nice clean shot on the net, but oh, it was the bump from Cosmic actually that did cause the goal. So Cosmic getting a little bit of an assist there. Very good shot as Havoc is now 1-0 in the game.
An orange team, once again, are just put on the run. And even more, Sparky just throwing it from the top down. Once again, showing us just what he can do in this game. Throws it right into the top of the net, right out of their reach.
That's a very good shot there by Sparky, as now he has both of Havoc's goals, and he is looking to secure this game for his team. A little bit of a mix-up there in the center of the field, but this is looking like Havoc's game so far.
It very much does look that way. Once they got that momentum going, they cannot be stopped. Just as I say that, they get stopped at the net.
Sparky was looking for the hat trick there, but very good save by the Team Orange. And, now they have to rush back into their end as they try to keep the ball in the opposition zone. Avadil with a pass out to mid. Sparky will not commit on that one.
What a
Good
shot
choice
from
there.
Stu.
But Sparky is just doing it all himself right now. He's getting all the goals and he's getting all the saves, and he's definitely keeping his team in the game so far. Ooh, another great save by Sparky.
That is right. Sparky's doing everything he can for his team right now here, as they try to get it out of their net. 30 seconds left, 2 goals up. It is looking good for Havoc Esports.
There's been about 30 seconds of pressure, and it does result in a goal. You know, you just gotta keep throwing the ball at the net. You know, it'll eventually go in, and with a bump there from Criius actually, does put it into the net, and we now have a 2-1 game with 30 seconds remaining.
That is right. There is still life for the orange team in this game. We'll see if they are able to come back, as Stu pushing it towards the net with a flip reset. Criius just not able to get past Sparky. And they throw it right back in front of the net again.
Oh,
and it's a
good
save from
save.
Cosmic. Havoc just keep doing everything they can to stay in the lead. Avidel gets the clear. Criius throwing it towards the nets. Sparky gets it again.
Insanely good pressure here from Team Orange as they try to keep it up, but Cosmic will keep it up actually, and the ball will bounce up into a very weird spot of this field right now, and it will touch. And so Havoc barely hanging on for dear life as they pick up game 2, and we now have 1-1 in the series.
That is right. And once again, the board looking very patterny, for lack of a better word that I can think of. And just looks like a little too late from Team Orange this round, and hopefully we'll see them turn around in the next game. I love that pressure we saw from them though.
Yeah, it was...
Right at the end there. If they do that like 100% of the time, they're gonna win. If they're able to pull that off.
If you just put the ball in the net, you'll win.
Pretty much, that's all there is to it. At the very minimum level, that's all you have to do.
So Cosmic and Hep will take the kickoff here as we move into game 3 of the series. So for all of our late joiners, this is the best of 5 series, and we're currently sitting at 1-1 apiece, and now we will see the true colors of each team start to show, as I'm thinking that maybe more goals will be on the horizon.
That is right. I'm really excited to see how both these teams play in game 3 now that they've both gotten the game up on each other, just to see like how they've adapted to how the other team is playing and who will come out on top this game.
Yeah, I think Havoc just needed a tiny bit of time to gather their bearings and get themselves back in the game, as they did pick up game 2, so I'm very interested to see what else they can do here, as it is looking quite dangerous though for Team Orange, as they have all the pressure still carrying over from game 2.
That is right. We have Sparky here trying to put it towards the orange net. It's blocked out by Heps. And Cosmic keeping it in that corner. Avidel's going to do the same thing. But they get past. It's now in Orange's favor. Heps is putting on their backboard, but Havoc is able to take it out. Just slowly pushing it down the field, looking for a pass to Cosmic. But instead, Cosmic goes for the demo. And they get the goal.
Avidel now picking up his first goal of the game, as well as the team's, and very good demo there by Cosmic, as he did his job, but Avidel sneaks it in behind the opposing defender, and we have 1-0 3.5 minutes into the game.
That is right. You don't even have to hit him in most cases. As long as you got that mind game going, you can mess up someone's complete defense and just get that goal right past them.
Good little shots here and there coming from Team Orange, but a good demo there from Cosmic. And now we are moving into 3 minutes left in the game. There's lots of time here as Team Orange is looking to tie the game and trying to force themselves into a better spot than they are currently, as
Criius looking for that net. Unfortunately, he's not able to get it. Avidel getting it once again. And Team Orange keeping up that offensive pressure. Going for another shot, and there it is. Stu just throws it right into the nets. Cosmic is not able to get there in time. We have 1-1.
Very good shot there by Stu, as he upside down just slots it right into the net, and now we have a 1-1 game with 2.5 minutes. So we're halfway through the game, and we're sitting at 1-1 once again.
And Heps getting a good kickoff there. Now in the Havoc Esports side. But they push back down the field. Only one defender is back, and they're able to get the save. But they're struggling to get out of the corner a little bit there. They finally do. And it's just a battle at the midfield. Sparky puts on the backboard. And they're trying to get right back out of there. Right back to the orange side. Heps, being the defender he is, he gets it out of there again with a great clear. And they're just keeping it back and forth here. No big shots coming just yet in this game.
Yes, these games are very, very intense, as we're sitting at 1-1 still, and a lot of pressure coming from both sides, and I can only imagine how nerve-wracking it is to be on this side of the... Like, I'm nervous for them. Like, I'm sitting here at the caster's desk, you know, I'm feeling all good, but nerves coming from these two teams must be pretty heavy.
That's right. It will be a really good mindset change for the team that wins this match, as they will be up once again and only need to win one more match to bring it back.
Yeah, I think this is the turning point for either team, as once you win this one, you only got one more to go, while all the pressure gets put on the losing team. So you try to keep your playoff hopes alive, but we will see what either team can do here. Ooh, good flick there by Criius, but Sparky with a better save. Stu now passing it off to... Ooh, good shot, but Avadale keeps it in. Very good defense here coming from Havoc, and Team Orange is trying to once again get that shot on goal.
Hits the post though.
Not quite.
And Criius coming back in, but it's not quite there. And Heps is pushing it back up the field, gets the flip reset. Maybe not. But it just stays in the midfield.
I see a trend going on here as the defense coming from... Oh, the shot! Sparky with the late game goal puts his team up 2-1. Sparky, the man, puts it in. And now Havoc is putting all the pressure onto Team Orange as they look to go up 2-1.
Once again, in the last few seconds of the game, Team Orange is down, and it looks like there's no recovery as the ball flies towards their net. And there it is. Havoc Esports takes game 3. It's now 2-1. Havoc Esports just need to win one more game to go to Grand Finals. And they are putting Team Orange on the run here.
Very good job by Havoc here to keep themselves, you know, calm and collective, and Sparky with the very good shot on net there, and just very unfortunate that there's only 4 seconds left in the game for Team Orange, but that's how Rocket League works, and we move on to game 4.
Alright, and with that, we're just waiting on the players to ready up here. They can take their time, and we are about to get into game 4. Now, we really need to see Team Orange come back here. This is their last chance, as if they lose this one, they're going to the lower bracket, and they'll have to fight for another game there.
So we have Stu and Avdale on the kickoff as we move into game 4. Bigger shot there by Heps, and Avdale with a better save, and here we go. This is where it's all the marbles into one basket for both teams.
We have Heps getting it away from the net. Stu's going to follow it up. And Sparky bring it right back. Just a lot of back and forth in the early seconds of the game. As Heps brings it back down the field, Avdale's the only defender. Defends well. And brings it right on back to the orange side. Little demo from Stu. Both teams looking for the early advantage, but none are able to capture it quite yet.
It's a very good bounce there for Team Havoc, but unfortunately, Stu was there to receive the ball, and now Sparky looking to create a little bit of offense, but that ball was very close to going into the net, but we're still sitting out 0-0 with 1 minute into the game, and Sparky now with control of the ball up the left side of the field. Gets a little pinch there, back to Avadale and defending side, and I think we're looking at a pretty even bout so far.
Alright, and we have Stu coming back up and pushes it right back to the midfield. Zavadel tries to get it down the field, gets the demo. Only one defender is left. And Stu defends, keeps it in the spot, and Criius just keeps bringing it back down the field.
Avadil with a nice save there. That's off the backboard, but Avadil's... Oh, bad touch there by Avadil, but does get pretty lucky there. Is Criius looking for the double tap, but not quite. Have 3 minutes left in the game, and we're still sitting at 0-0 unless one of these teams can get some good offense going as Avadil gets the ball to the backboard.
Trying to create an opportunity, but Cosmic's there to block it out. And Heps bring it back down the field. Passes off to Criius. That's a lucky pinch. Gets right into the top of the net, making Orange the first team to score today in this game.
Wow, that pinch is very unlucky there for Team Havoc, as it just... Oh, those ones are the worst. Those ones you can't do too much about, but... So now Havoc needs to score at least 2 to get themselves into the grand finals. But looks like Team Orange is still sticking around and making sure that they know that they're not to be messed with.
That is right. Team Orange, a little bit of luck on their side this game, but sometimes you need that. Those shots can be very unpredictable. And Stu, trying to look for a second goal, passes it off. Abdel getting it out of there. And Stu is just going to keep it at the corner.
Cosmic with no boost. Oh. Very good shot, but a better save. Oh, the bump. It's just chaos in front of the Havoc's net as they do not get a score here. But very good pressure coming from Team Orange. And Sparky now back, trying to keep his team alive. It's a nice little play there, and I think the pressure's all right now is just... Oh, good catch there, but all the pressure right now. Good shot by Heps. And now it is 2-0, and it looks like the ship is tilting a little bit towards Team Orange's side right now.
Another interesting shot as he bounces the ball off of his teammate right back into the net, keeping the Orange team alive. If they win this one, we will have ourselves a Game 5, which will be the last game for these two teams to go against each other.
Good pinch there. Ooh, a little bit of a mix-up there at the Team Havoc esports side, but with only a minute left, they have to start getting a little bit more pressure in the Orange side zone if they want this to end in 4 games.
That is right. If Havoc wants this to end here and now, they're going to have to get 2 shots on the goal within the next 45 seconds. As they put a third one on the net, it doesn't go in. Another crossbar shot. Very unfortunate as the ball rolls back into the midfield.
Very good shot there by, I think that was Bill. Stu now with the ball in possession in the blue side zone, but it looks like Team Orange will force the Game 5, which is very, very interesting because I did not expect it to go this long. I thought it was going to be a complete blowout, but here we are with the Game 5.
Very competitive here. As the seconds count down, there's no way for Havoc to come back, and Orange will take Game 4. As we go into Game 5, this is the last game that we'll have for these two teams together, and we will see what happens in Game 5. That is absolutely crazy. So, Snowy Canadian, do you have any predictions on who's going to take this last game here?
I think that Havoc, you know, as good as they are, I think Team Orange has a little bit of an edge here coming into this game as the winners of the last one. All the momentum will carry over into the fifth game here, so I think that Team Orange is actually going to be the winners of this one.
Team Orange, they do seem like the underdog in this tournament so far, but we'll see if they're able to pull off the win in this game. For my prediction, I think it's going to be Havoc. From what I've seen in these last 4 games, they just have like the stronger goals going into each of these shots. And the team plays that they do are just like a slightly higher level, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Team Orange is getting a lot of lucky bounces as they get another one, actually. So luck is on their side today, as a little bit of a double commit. I'm not too sure if that was intentional or not, but it was a beautiful goal nonetheless. And 1-0 now early, as Team Orange is looking to close this one out early.
Right, and Cosmic is looking to get a goal, but it's blocked out. Criius bring it back down the field. And Heps trying to get back to the net. He's getting blocked out by the Havoc team. They certainly have them on the run now. Game 5, they are up 1 goal and 4 minutes left. Havoc, they have to scramble and get anything they have together to bring back this game. As Sparky gets the flip reset, he's unable to get the goal. Heps with a great save right into the net.
Wow.
Turns
What
the
a
situation
shot.
right around.
Heps with the amazing aerial shot as he puts his team up 2-0 now. And Team Orange is actually looking to make their way to the grand finals right now.
Fantastic shot from Heps. Just able to take it from his net all the way down the field to the other net. Showing Havoc what's up and what he's got to show.
Very good pressure coming from Havoc Esports. They try to look to get at least 1 or 2 right now, as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive. Is very good demo there by Stu though, and back-to-back demos here. And Sparky over 1 defender, but can't quite get it past 2. So now we are looking at some very good Rocket League coming up here with only 2.5 minutes left of the game.
Absolutely. With Team Orange being 2 goals up, it's going to be difficult for Team Havoc to come back. But we'll have to see if they're able to pull it off as they put it right in front of the net. Criius might have an opportunity here.
It's very risky here by Team Orange, putting all of their defenders right into one little area right in front of the goal, but it seems to work out for them, but no goal quite yet.
It is a very bold strategy, and we'll have to see if it works out for them if they continue to go this way.
Team Havoc now is just trying to grasp onto any momentum that they can get their hands to. And here we go, Sparky now bringing up the wall, but Stu is there to intercept and might get another lucky bounce here for Team Orange.
Good block from Criius. Avidel unable to make contact with the ball. As Heps brings it back down the field, he gets it past 1, puts it in front of the net, no one's there to receive it. He's going to bring it back down from the roof. Does not get a hit, but it rolls in front of the net. And Avidel just able to pop the ball right back out of the net. And 2 demos from Criius, just absolutely going for it. And they get a 3rd goal for this game 5.
Yeah, Criius was the front runner there, as Heps and Stu just cashing in on the great play there by their teammates. So now they are up 3-0 now, as Havoc is not looking too good right now. But you know, there is still 1:30 left in the game. That's lots of time for them to come back. But being 3 goals down is going to be quite tough for them.
That's right. And almost another goal from Heps, but Cosmic is able to block. Sparky is looking to get out of the field. Havoc, they just need any momentum they can get right now, as the Orange team has them on the ropes in the last minute of this game. If they cannot turn it around, they will be going to the loser bracket finals if if I am not mistaken.
Oh, we have 45 seconds left in the game, and the end is inevitable. And it looks like Team Orange is going to be the winners of this one, as Criius puts away the dagger for Havoc Esports.
Really unfortunate for Havoc Esports here. They had the momentum at the beginning. They were super close, but now with just 39 seconds left, 4 goals down, it is not looking good for them.
Very unfortunate there, as Team Havoc won't be making their way to the grand finals, but Team Orange looking like the very good Rocket League players that they are and showing off all of their abilities. And, you know, I think it took everything that they had to beat this very good Havoc Esports team. Very even series as we went to 5 games, and I think Orange just had a little bit more luck than a little bit, but Avadil decides to get one. He's like, hey, probably shouldn't go out on a shutout, so he'll pick himself up one for the road.
He's just putting it towards his own net. Just last second in the game. Looks like it's all said and done here. Orange team really able to bring it back in the last game. They had a lot more mechanical plays and a lot more consistency than we saw in the first few games. So I'm not sure if they just woke up or if something else happened here. And just to shut out the game, Cosmic just getting 1 more goal back.
Got a little bit of a stat pad going on, so Cosmic decides to get himself one as well. As now, there's 4-2, but unfortunately Team Orange will be the winner. Not unfortunately, but unfortunately for Criius Esports.
Epic Esports.
Oh, Havoc, sorry.
No worries at all.
Anyways.
Alright, and with that, we'll see Team Orange, by their proper name, Shivkasbekuf, I'm never pronouncing that again, in the grand finals. And we'll see right next who they will be playing after we go to the loser bracket final and see how the games turn out there. With that, I'll be tossing us to a quick intermission here, and we will be seeing you later.
Sends it to the corner. They need to score right here. That's a good pass. That's a good shot. Oh my word. This is a team where all 3 of these players can play Rocket League the way they want to play it.
A few months ago, we decided to start showcasing some high-level practices in Rocket League. We began working with schools across Canada as we saw a gap in Canadian esports where teams weren't being showcased on professional broadcasts. So our idea was to connect teams with each other, get them all into one place so they could have some high-level scrims, and also give them the chance to be on stream. Typically scrims in Rocket League are about an hour long, but for the purposes of the stream, we do a best of 5 match, but we also encourage teams to continue scrimming off stream. We focus mainly on working with Western Canadian collegiate level teams, but also work with other teams across Canada and into the United States. Lots of the American teams are from leagues such as the Blackline Championship Series. Here's some of the teams that we've been working with so far among many other teams. So at the collegiate level, we've had teams like UBC, University of Alberta, as well as University of Manitoba. And then other teams across Canada and into the States that aren't collegiate include our very own roster with Criius Gaming, Team Takeover, and Velocity Esports. We've also had some amazing people helping us so far put on these scrim streams that we really appreciate and want to give a quick shout out to. Alex has been putting on the entire stream production. That has been his main job and he's been killing it. The 2 of us have also casted a few games, which is always a lot of fun because we're not professional casters.
Clean, smart plays, good pass, clean shot, and it's a 1-goal game.
There was almost a save there as 2 of the defenders from Lethbridge were trying all they could to get there. But we do actually have some better casting from our content creator, Little Big Man T.
Not able to keep it out of the midfield. That's just off the post, and Jarl's gonna be able to put that one in.
As well as Gaugen and Leo.
A beautiful finish to a play there for the first goal.
And that's the 1-2 knockout. Good hit to the corner and a good shot into the far post.
Our first few weeks went really well, and we decided to add in a new segment, a 1v1 freestyle show match. First up, we had Django, our very own freestyler who was also a sub for us temporarily on our competitive team.
That's pretty. Dude, I can't even hit the ball.
He took on Kyle Clutch 9, an up-and-coming streamer from the States.
Single reset. Gonna go for the pogo. Gets the pogo off. Gonna go for the musty, and he gets it. Far down.
We repeated this in week 5 with Django facing off against Leviathan, who's from Australia and has competed in RLCS Oceania. He's also a freestyler for Pulse Clan.
Django yet to really have a look on net. That's a nice flip reset there into the musty. Can he get a double tap? Yes, he can.
We've had so many exciting moments on stream so far, so let's check out some highlights. So far, we have nearly 100 people in one of our Discord servers who are helping participate and put on these events. But this is just the start. We have some really exciting things coming in the near future, so be sure to stay tuned, check out all of our socials, links are down below. Keep up to date with everything we're doing because we're gonna be doing some amazing stuff and we wanna really bring you guys along the journey with us. Also, I want to do one last shout out to Galgan because they've been really helpful, dedicating so much of their time to helping put on some amazing casts for us. He's a great caster. Go check him out. Links are down below. Shout out to you, Galgan. That's all for today's video. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for supporting the Criius crew.
Found, ball sheet sends it to the corner. They need to score right here. That's a good pass. That's a good shot. Oh my word. This is a team where all 3 of these players can play Rocket League the way they want to play it.
A few months ago, we decided to start showcasing some high-level practices in Rocket League. We began working with schools across Canada as we saw a gap in Canadian esports where teams weren't being showcased on professional broadcasts. So our idea was to connect teams with each other, get them all into one place so they could have some high-level scrims, and also give them the chance to be on stream. Typically scrims in Rocket League are about an hour long, but for the purposes of the stream, we do a best of 5 match, but we also encourage teams to continue scrimming off stream. We focus mainly on working with Western Canadian collegiate level teams, but also work with other teams across Canada and into the United States. Lots of the American teams are from leagues such as the Blackline Championship Series. Here's some of the teams that we've been working with so far among many other teams.
Hello, and welcome everybody. We are nearing the end of this $30 3v3 Criius bi-weekly, the first iteration of the tournament, and what a tournament it has been thus far. My name is Galgan, alongside me, the wonderful Alligator Saurus, and we're here to bring you not only the lower bracket final, but the grand final as well. As the grand final already currently populated by one team. I'm scrolling up to remind myself of their name, which we have decided to be Some Heavy Feeling Kites Are Seriously Bewildering Kite Fanatics. But Alligator Saurus, we're focusing up first here on the lower bracket final. Havoc versus Team Takeover. First and foremost, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. You know, I burnt quite a bit of mental energy also trying to come up with an acronym for that other squad, and I'm glad I came up with one, but yours is much better than mine, so I'm very cool with that. But it's been a good night. I'm not going to lie. It's been a solid weekend. Some great Rocket League on stream so far tonight. And Havoc Esports and Team Takeover, they've had some solid runs a little bit slightly different paths, not too terribly different, but they've had a very good nights here so far as they've been working to try to get their way up to this grand finals. They're going to have to get through this losers final match. And Gal, I think it's going to be a good one based off of what we've seen so far.
Absolutely, and there's a lot in it for both of these teams as well. I mean, this is a little typical, you know, barring a miracle lower bracket run from any of the earlier teams. You have Havoc and Team Takeover, who both have a little bit of revenge plot going for them in the grand final. They both want a crack at the team that sent them both down here. Team Takeover lost in that winners semi 2-0 against this squad, and Havoc, of course, you just saw them go to 5 games against them, only to fall short right at the end. So tough losses for both. They'll look to regain, but like we keep saying, there's a hurdle right in front of them, and it's this best of 3 series to face off against each other. Havoc Esports and Team Takeover. Havoc, of course, the rosters Cosmic, Avidel, and HC Sparky Jr., and Team Takeover, Random, Spade, and Pigeon. Jesse as well on that squad. It'll be interesting to see. Again, you know, you talk about players that are here often. We've seen plenty of Random by now in the Team Takeover squad, their ability to get back in, but do they have what it takes? I mean, it's going to rest in this hypothetical, isn't it? You know, if Team Takeover and Havoc had met in the winner's semi, how does that turn out? But they get their matchup in the lower bracket.
Absolutely. And you know, you come into the tournaments, come into any tournament really, and to be the best, you have to beat the best. And right now, these teams, they're trying to get that shot at getting to the best, the unintelligible name that we discussed earlier. But they are going to be coming in here and trying to pick up that dub here in the lower finals. And you're right, it's all hypothetical stuff at this point. We have a best of 3 series coming up ahead of us. And you know, it's such a cliche for casters to talk about, like, you know, we have a series, we have some time, we can push for it, etc., etc., etc. But you really gotta push forward. You really gotta try to figure it out. And with the best of 3, you don't have too terribly much time to be able to do so.
Indeed. We are all ready to go and underway here already, about 25 seconds in. And the demo's flying early as you see Havoc trying to establish themselves on the blue side here. Team Takeover take to the orange. Like we said, Spade, Pigeon, and yes, that frowny bracket face is Random. Feeling a little extra sad tonight, but hopefully a nice rematch in the grand final against that team that shall be named at a later date and time here would make Random a little happier here. Cosmic, Avidel, and Sparky populate the blue side of the pitch here for Havoc, and a lot of neutral game to start things off. It's a very game 1 of game 1s, if there ever was one. See what I did there? That was kind of simple.
I like it.
We'll work on the puns, honestly. But thank you for the recognition.
We got time to move towards with it, and Avidel, with some time in the air, will be challenged out by the defense. Pigeon taking it alongside, looking to try to get that first goal here in game number 1. Off to the back wall, Spade taking a shot towards net. Sparky coming through for the save. Pigeon trying to rotate. A couple of opportunities coming out deep in the blue zone will not be seized upon by either squad. Sparky will send this across the midway point. Pigeon, another opportunity. 90 seconds to change into game number 1. Neither team picking up a goal so far. But again, a couple of opportunities. They're filling each other out. Not too much time in the series to be able to do so. But they are doing their best to give it their best shot so far.
Yeah, and you got 3 shots on target total in this game thus far. The first one there for Havoc looking mighty threatening towards that top corner, but unable to fall as Random comes through, trying to hit Pigeon. That's a really nice tight pass, but Spade's not far enough forward to collect it as the third person in the rotation. Pigeon doing what they can to try and block it away, but now they're slipping. They're losing a little bit of control here, Team Takeover. They don't look too confident here in the middle of the field, and Havoc want to push that advantage. That's a very awkward bouncer, but Cosmic's on the read. Plenty of boost in the tank just to get over to it and continue. Sparky now jumps up to this one, sends it on target. Team Takeover, despite being pushed against the goal line here, against all odds, they've stood strong for now, but the low play here, the fake on it, and Cosmic just jams it right into the post.
They've stood strong, but certainly not without cracks in the foundation. They've been able to keep it upright through the first half of game number 1. They're going to have to continue to bring it out. I think you mentioned a little bit hesitation, a little bit awkward here in the midfield of it. Sparky, no hesitation. The first goal of game number 1 coming. courtesy of this midfield aerial play. Gains control, gains the follow-up touch, gets challenged, does not care. First goal coming in game number 1.
A real narrow margin to pick as well. A lot of these shots have just been destined for that woodwork, but fortunately, the friend there of Havoc, as they've gotten the lead, like you said, Sparky, 3 shots of the 5 total for this side in blue, and making one count finally with less than 2 minutes to go. And look at all this time that they've got. Spade, though, realizes that they gave a huge advantage there and needed to jump up for it to challenge immediately. You see this close down from the midfield forward now as Takeover does a good job of trying to cement themselves in the offensive zone, but the infield pass isn't picked up quite yet. Spade still has time to try and play around with this one, as all of a sudden Havoc can't really find their wits about them on defense to clear this ball. So with 90 seconds to go, Team Takeover, I mean, looking pretty solid to get the equalizer, but still need to be threatening the middle of the field just a bit more.
I think you said it just perfectly. They've been solid, but they need to be threatening. They need to push through. It's only a 1-0 game, but it's a short series. They need to get that final touch to go through. Pigeon looking for it, but it will be knocked out of the way by Abdiel. We'll see a challenge coming out over into the corner. Team Takeover still looking for that goal. Initial clear out. Sparky may be able to get it. A slow play to try to get it past Pigeon. Pigeon coming home to roost, keeping it deep into the blue zone. Challenging out of Cosmic as well. Popped up over in front of the blue net. A challenge coming in. Team Takeover. They're really hunting for that equalizer. They're trying to show what they have. Trying to show that they have what it takes to get over to the grand finals. They still have been denied over and over. And Havoc are going to get that breathing room they desperately need.
And Takeover look like they have a pretty threatening core of 2 players when they go on the offensive and try and get that quick 1-2 play, but their third never really seems in the right spot. Spade, though, with a beautiful touch here. Oh, I wanted that one to fall in real bad. Back pass comes through, and Abdiel does touch it to the side. But now over here, centering pass, courtesy of 2 Takeover players, and Spade will try and collect through the corner. Time is about to expire, and Team Takeover is still down by 1. Demo comes through in their favor to make the offensive push short-handed. So now Random goes over the top. Spade's got a good look at this one as well, but Cosmic, the hero, from the corner comes through. One last push from Pigeon, but Sparky finds nothing but ground, and Havoc Esports escape with game 1 of the best of 3 in their favor.
Yeah, does anybody else see the irony in that Sparky finding ground to end something? I mean, haven't come away with it. That was certainly a scary one. Team Takeover, they had a bit of a hiccup to start. Obviously, Havoc, they're scoring off of Sparky. There's no doubt about that. They played very well. Takeover, they started to bring up the pressure, and they started to try to take over the game towards the end, but they did try to get towards the end of it. They were unfortunately unable to push through. Havoc are going to take game number 1, heading into game 2 with the advantage. 100. Remember, it's a best of 3 series. There's not too terribly much time for Takeover here. They need to take game 2 if they're looking to stay alive tonight.
Yeah, and you said it right there. It's a best of 3. Teams have to move incredibly quickly, and that game moved incredibly quickly because a lot of time when we get the high-scoring games, that's what takes a whole lot of time out of it. You start to spend more and more time thinking, you know, the adjustments that you make, the highs and the lows, the roller coaster of sorts, but it doesn't really look like a game in retrospect that Team Takeover had too much of a chance of winning. There were certainly opportunities for them, but like we kept saying, Havoc were doing a really good job of shutting down the middle of the field. Not many opportunities came down that lane, and for Team Takeover, unless they're going to show us a real prowess of taking it from the sidewalls like that as Random gets things started, I mean, it might be a bit of a struggle bus for them to get going, but they're making me eat my words and then some. What a save!
Fans from Havoc, this is one of the best starts you could have if you're a fan of Team Takeover, but Havoc, they one up it, they hold on to the lead. I know it's only 30 seconds into the game, but Team Takeover, they came out absolutely swinging haymakers left and right, and Havoc having none of it, able to get the saves, able to get the defensive stop, and not only that, set up some offense as well. A couple of shots saved away by the Takeover defense. This looks to be a much faster paced game 2 than what we saw in game 1.
And I still feel like the ball is just magnetically attracted to the post at this point. Air dribble bump. Oh, it was so good. The demo through as well, but not enough momentum to carry the ball. And the offenses on both ends of the pitch have really stepped up here to try and deliver some quality shots on and make these defenses dance. Is now Random trying to feather the boost. Does get the demo by staying at that supersonic speed. And Pigeon now goes down. Takes a low flip as well. Now Spade comes through. Team Takeover really cooking with it. Spade hits Random with a dime and they get the first.
Team Takeover, more like Team Takeover, giving the pass from Spade to Random, and the connection needed. They were held scoreless through game number 1. They'd been hunting for it. They'd been trying to get past the defense of Havoc. It took 6.5 minutes of gameplay, but ultimately they do find the back of the board. They're still alive in this series, and off this kickoff, looking to get it going again. Spade won't be able to get the follow-up touch, but still a takeover. They're hunting, they're flying. They're going to have to fly back to defense. However, Cosmic Shot will be saved by Spade.
I wanted to make the point that 1 goal could be all the Team Takeover need, but I don't believe it at this point. Havoc still have so many chances going their way. One of them surely bound to hit the back of the net, or just not, because now I've said it, and that's always how it works here. But I still think that there's more in this game. There's 3 minutes to play. Havoc, though, I mean, you can tell they certainly look a lot more scrambled than they did the first go around in this series, and especially in this best-of-3 format. Again, with Havoc already up by 1, Team Takeover will have to take every advantage that they can get. Now, Random pushing this from the corner. Cosmic comes through to clear it right back where it came from. Second touch as well as a forced challenge, but Sparky is not up early enough. Opps to conserve a lot of that boost, which will allow him to get back on the defensive push that much faster. But again, Havoc forced back deep into the zone. This pressure almost unrelenting from Team Takeover on the counterattack.
Yeah, they're looking to try to push this through and show that game number 1 was a bit of a hiccup, but a hiccup nonetheless here in game number 2. This one will be off to the side from Abdiel, though quickly sent back to the Havoc half. As it looks like we're very nearly going to get an equalizer here from the blue squad, but a bit of kerfuffle on defense will slow down the transitional opportunity. Team Takeover looking to try to extend that lead, but with Pigeon demoed, it will take an additional rotation through up on the offensive end, but Cosmic elevating, powerful touch. Pigeon there to read it. Random coming off of the corner, looks to get the pass off, cut off by Cosmic. We head into the final 2 minutes of game number 2, and to your point earlier, 1 goal might be what it takes. I don't think that it will be either, but the way the series has played out, it very may well be.
And it's really tough as well because Team Takeover right now are making really strong work of the verticality here in the offensive zone, as the challenge is not immediately met from the Havoc defenders. They're not really using their resources as effectively on defense, but now on offense. Ooh. Sparky, you want to talk about shot placement? That's exactly how you get it done.
We're going to talk about Sparky being electric, wrapping around. It got pinched out from Abdiel, getting challenged over on that side wall. But Sparky quickly up to it, throwing some beautiful aerial control in the process to wrap it around, popping it back in on net. And we'll get that equalizer. We got 80 seconds left here in game number 2. Remember, chat, if Havoc get the win here, they will book their ticket to the grand finals. If Team Takeover can fight back to regain the lead, we will go to a game number 3 here at the losers finals, and it certainly is hotly contested. You know, you hate to call it losers finals because I don't see any losers here. These are fantastic players, but with a minute left, we will only have that 60-second margin to find out if there will be that game 3 or if we head to the grand finals a game early.
Someone's gotta be there from Havoc, though. They've gotta understand when they have the advantage, and that's gonna be the moment that's gonna bite them if they end up dropping game 2, because Team Takeover have looked a lot stronger this time around, and with time about to expire, tied now rather than searching for an equalizer, our Team Takeover, so they have less to be worried about and more time to pull off a play like that. It's Spade picking up another dime.
My apologies to anybody's ears that I kind of destroyed there. Spade just coming in, gets the beat over Sparky, reads the play, and a challenge that, you know, you never know how that's going to end up going, but beautifully timed. 30 seconds left. Team Takeover have taken the lead back. They need to continue to hold on to this to force a game number 3, however. The offense is coming up from Havoc, but an excellent pinch from Pigeon. will slow down that offense for just the moment. 15 seconds left. Pigeon again, an excellent touch to keep it out of the hands of Havoc. Random trying to force this back. 10 seconds. Sparky over to the midfield. Pigeon looking to cut it off. Time certainly on the side of Team Takeover, but Aviel with the dribble. Aviel with control. Aviel with the shot. Equalizer. 1 second left. Havoc say, nah. Game 2 is not done just yet.
There's no way. They're all on top of each other in the defensive half, and they break out like nothing ever happened. They've got the speed behind them, like they've been going 200 miles an hour the entire time. It makes almost no sense, and as the ball rolls along the ground, we get game 2 overtime, and Team Takeover have to score yet another one to secure even a game 3 here in the lower bracket finals.
Absolutely. And Havoc running havoc on the offense, getting the demo into the net. Random getting eliminated by Aviel as Havoc taking over with possession immediately after kickoff. Takeover, they may have felt comfortable that Havoc, they're trying to make it as difficult as possible. Pigeon with the deep clear. Takeover still trying to get that room. We'll get a mistouch here from Cosmic, but Sparky upfield looking for the pass over to Aviel, who will redirect it on target. Random more than happy to send it back downfield. And Team Takeover, they've had a couple of heavy touches so far. It's, 40 seconds into overtime. They're going to have to take advantage of a few of these double commits coming out from the Havoc defense.
As this ball goes back through the corner, bottom corner, that's along the goal line, and another touch to clear it away. The follow-up shot from Random is just wide, and they can't take it home. Team Takeover, it's right there. Follow-up from Speed, top corner, Cosmic denies it. Opportunities so close, yet so far. Team Takeover, now Sparky on a quick break here, gets the bump, but the ball's careening wide of the net, still in the corner. Havoc looking for it over a minute into overtime, and they only had a brief respite, a brief moment to breathe there before it's back in their own defensive half. Team Takeover, they've got to try and take advantage of those situations, but you can see they're pushing for this pressure. Spade now jumps up with this ball. 52 boost in the tank. That's plenty in my book, but can't force the challenge. Random goes through. Avdiel denies it.
And they're going to come running back 90 seconds into overtime, and really a series that deserves to continue, a series that deserves game number 3, but Havoc continue to fight. I don't blame them. They're going to want to end it here. They're going to have some opportunities. It's been so close, anybody's game. But Pigeon looking to take it out of the corner, immediately challenged by the offense. Cosmic out of the back wall, but Random will make contact. Sparky with full boost. Random as well, going for the challenge onto it. Will not make contact. Pigeon may be able to run amok. Spade will get a touch on it. Random demoing Avdiel, but Cosmic will be able to rotate through to get that initial clear. 2 minutes and change into overtime here in game number 2. Both squads are starting to get more aggressive. You don't want to overcommit. You don't want to give away what may be the game-winning goal. You know what? No overcommitment necessary because the commitment coming in from Team Takeover. The pass from Spade over to the mid. Random there to send us to game 3.
And look at the speed on that initial touch from Random right into the defender. The double off of that is even more impressive, but it's Team Takeover taking advantage of that advantage that they had in the offensive zone, using the speed to their benefit and getting the goal here to force game 3. It's a fantastic performance. They pretty decently outshoot Havoc as well in this game, and it pays off in dividends here for Team Takeover. They forced game 3, one final match here, which is crazy that it's come down to this, but you would expect nothing less from these two teams the way they've squared up.
Absolutely. It's one of the ones we've been watching it as it's been developing. We've been seeing the plays develop, the play styles, all of these players. You don't even want to say that they're like, oh, they're getting more warmed up, because we're towards the end of the tournament. These players have played how many games at some point. You come into these matches and you always have that little bit of a feel out session, but that's gone. That was game number 1. But all of them have been close. Game 1, 1-0 in favor of Havoc. Game 2, 3-2 in favor of Takeover. We're all tied up in terms of goal differential. The only difference now will be how game number 3 ends and who is going to send their way over to the grand finals.
I don't even know if you could use, the idea of momentum in this specific series, because both teams feel like they have something working really well for them, but I feel like just purely based in recency bias, Team Takeover have looked so much better in Game 2 than in Game 1, and if they keep that going, surely they're going to have some form of success here. Pigeon, huge demo, but Cosmic, even larger touch there, just to try and persuade that ball to go towards the corner rather than the goal. Spade, though, doesn't care, will block the defensive clear attempt. This ball finds its way to the middle of the field, fairly uncontested by any Havoc players. Cosmic, though, on the read, gets it to the corner, and we're seeing very quick shifts in possession and positioning. These players are getting breakaway opportunities that are 2-on-1s because they're able to stand tall for a strong challenge in the middle of the field. All of a sudden, this one sent off a defender and just wide of the far post. Random is cheating up in the middle of the field to try and connect with this one, but sends it sky high into the ceiling, and Avdiel can't quite touch this one away from Spade, who immediately beats 2 on the touch, but it's sent back out through the corner. Over a minute gone in game number 3, the decider in this lower bracket final. As Cosmic pushes out to Sparky, 1-2, denied by Spade, and now these defenses really starting to clamp up.
To your point, neither team willing to give anything up. They're being aggressive. They're trying to find that first goal, and they're trying to keep that momentum going. Remember, Takeover had a very strong push towards the end of game number 1. Havoc ultimately holding on strong and coming away with the win. Takeover taking game number 2 in a nail-biter, going down into overtime. In game 3, almost 2 minutes into it, still 0-0. And the pace of play continues to increase as the series develops. The defenses have stand strong, stood tall. They have not let anything up. Both squads. Once the first goal goes in, I have this feeling that's really going to break open scoring in game 3.
Which is also really interesting to think about as well, because again, the one game that Havoc has won in this series was a 1-0 in their favor. So you almost have to think that the longer this game goes at 0-0, the more it favors Havoc to try and get the lead and just close things out in the final moments of the game. But Cosmic now through the corner trying to force past everybody. Spade stands tall. Now Random comes through, sneaking into that passing lane and cutting it off. Pigeon, the block in the middle of the field, little high, using a lot of resources, so going to be a little strapped for him as Sparky now gets the demo on the way back to the defensive half. Over halfway through, Random now playing low with this one. Pigeon gets a demo, so now it's an opportunity with advantage here in favor of Team Takeover before the respawn. Now it comes through, and the backboard is not open for business here on the Havoc end. 2 minutes to play. It is anyone's game here. Still those very daunting zeros on the scoreboard, and it's getting harder and harder to tell who's gonna break it. Cosmic attempt, plays it slow, and no, not to be.
And what's been so wild to me too, there's only been 4 shots in totality so far in game number 3, 2 for each squad, and actually Random having all of them here for Takeover. But they're continuing to fight through. They're looking to try to get it, and it's so close, back and forth. 93 seconds left. Game number 3, the winner is going to go on to the grand finals and try to take home that prize pool against the team that I'm not going to say shall not be named, but we cannot name because, you know, but with 80 seconds left, we still got to focus on this here. We're going to focus on Random, wrapping it around to the corner. Couldn't quite get the rope-a-dope. Sparky says no. Pigeon takes out Sparky in response. Spade is going to take it up onto the back wall, looking for the pitch, try to get it in. Deal! Catastrophe for Havoc, and the goal will go in off of Spade's touch. The first goal, 69 nice seconds left in the game, and game number 3. What a turn! What a left hook out of nowhere.
I can't even be mad at you for throwing the nice in there. Oh goodness, I wasn't even
I've been waiting to do that for literal months. It's never happened until tonight.
Oh, it's so good. Speaking of so good, the opportunities for Havoc, but they can't bring them home. They're so close to equalizing. Sparky wants the control in the middle of the field, but not going to get that for free against his Takeover side. Avdiel touches this one towards the offensive zone, but we're moving very quickly into the closing moments because, again, this is Team Takeover's opportunity to effectively revolve. I mean, okay. Yeah, Cosmic did a thing.
Cosmic is pulling it out. It's out of the stratosphere. It's out of the ionosphere, rocking that solar system goal explosion. Of course, the name is Cosmic. You can't expect anything else for a goal explosion like this, and you can't expect anything else but out of this world. Maybe luck, maybe angles, maybe a follow-up. They gave up the first goal on a kerfuffle with a minute left to go, but immediately 2 unanswered in the following 30 seconds, and Havoc have retaken the lead.
Cosmic is just Galaxy Brain right now. Knows exactly where the ball's going to end up. Had the read on lock, top of the box, fell right into his lap and got the goal. Sparky, okay. I understand, you know, I'm supposed to sit here and have words for what's happening in front of me, but I'm starting to run out of them because I just don't comprehend how we've had the series this far lead up to this. 3 goals scored in an incredibly small amount of time, 32 seconds left, and Havoc have completely flipped the outcome for the time being.
Look, it took 3 minutes and 51 seconds for any goals to be scored in this game. It took 30 seconds for 3 more. They're all in terms of Team Havoc. You want to talk about causing havoc? Get this push. There might another one. Smarty, what's happening? Galgan, to your point, we're known for being able to come up and describe things. The first 4 minutes of the game compared to the next 40 seconds. It's totally different games. What is happening? Team Takeover, they're falling apart.
I mean, it's just vengeance. I don't know. It's motivation. It's some form of demon mode that Havoc have woken up into. They just, like, this is not even them squeaking away with the Game 3 victory. This is making a statement against Team Takeover, who can't get the consolation goal at the end. And my goodness, in a series that we were ready to see Team Takeover try and defend their 1-0 lead, resistance was futile, and Havoc Esports, after dropping in the winners bracket final in 5 games, they know where their destiny lies, where their hearts are meant to be. It is that grand final.
I just want to point out, there's so often it's spoken of momentum coming out of the losers bracket, coming into the grand finals. Havoc Esports scored more goals in the last 40 seconds of Game 3 than they had in the entirety of series up to that point. They had 3 goals in the first 2 games. They had 4 in a minute of gameplay.
Yeah.
They matched the entire output of take. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm flabbergasted. Galgan, I know we talked about it before. I don't want to get tongue-tied too terribly much. And you know what? I don't want to waste any more time worrying about how I'm going to put this together, because we have a grand finals to come up with in just a couple of minutes. We're going to have a quick break. Galgan and I, we're going to be back after the intermission. We'll be ready to see who is going to take home this prize money tonight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the $30 3v3 Criius bi-weekly, the first iteration of this tournament. Definitely not the last, because we're having a blast, and we are here at the grand final. Finally, this best of 5 with potential for a bracket reset should Havoc Esports win this first series, but the team with 2 chances to take it all home. Some high-flying kites are seriously bewildering kite fanatics, or alternatively, supersonic habits from knocking around superior benefactors, kind of friends. My name is Galgan, alongside me, Alligator Source, and we're getting right into the game, Gator. I'm excited for this one. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm also feeling thankful that you took over trying to describe the name of our orange squad here. Certainly a mouthful, but you know, any caster wants to come in, they want to be able to get some words out quickly. But you know what? I was going to talk about, you know, how the night's been going or whatever. We're seeing some shots coming out quickly. Havoc already putting one on the board. 10 seconds in, another shot coming in from the Kite Fanatics. They're going to score 12 seconds in. Galgan, barely any time to do a pre-show. They're already clicking.
You know, I actually really like just referring to the name as the Kite Fanatics rather than going through the entire name every single time. But I feel like I'm gonna have to at least once during this cast just for the meme of it. But the Kite Flyers, I mean, they start off strong here. It took them what, about 14 seconds to get the first, and I feel like this is something that we expect from this series, given the fact that, you know, these teams have played before in the final. But Heps, I mean, all right, yep, Rocket League's happening again, this time very much against the run of it for Havoc Esports, but this is going to get scary really quickly if this kind of thing keeps up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So the Kite Fanatics had a couple of minutes. They were able to watch Havoc Esports versus Team Takeover while they were waiting to see who they'd face. And there's always conversational pieces about if that time is going to cool people off, is it going to keep them hot, they can stay relaxed and keep, you know, cool or whatever. It looks like for the Kite Fanatics that they've been able to stay airborne as they put 2 on in the first bit, make it 3, 41 seconds, and already a 3-0 lead for the Orange Squad. They're clicking. There's 0 chance they got cold during this intermission.
And even the fact that Stu doesn't even connect with that flip, but still is able to take the shot, and the level of control there is just, it's very large. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and Havoc Esports now struggling to find their way in. Again, they have to win 2 consecutive best of 5s against this team, and Criius is gonna have time to at least try and touch this one away. You can see the idea to try and play it as quickly as possible. Far too often we see the defenders try and do some slow play on the goal line. They go for the dribble, try to confidently carry it towards the corner, but this sort of window is exactly the one that opens, and the exact same one is the one that Cosmic punches this goal through. What a bump, though, to set it up.
Absolutely a great possession, a great situation there for Team Havoc, and they really need it to get back. You know, it's so early into the game. You know, it's been a minute and change, and you don't want to say anything's done, but it's been a total runaway here from the Kite Fanatics. So to see something coming out from Havoc Esports is really good. It's a good sign coming through, and coming off of Cosmic, we saw so many great plays in the previous series from the Galaxy-brained player. Plenty of time left here. Game number 1, and Stu is gonna say, hey Cosmic, you got that Galaxy brain, stew on this for a minute. Ego challenge, doesn't care. And the Kite Fanatics take their 3-goal lead back.
Oh, that Octane is massive in that situation. Turned into it and everything. Stu knew exactly what they were doing, and that's a massive goal to score as well. And to think we still have 3.5 minutes of game 1 to go. Honestly, at this rate, this could turn out to be one of the longest best of 5s I've seen in quite a while here, as Avdiel has to touch that one away from the goal line. Criius puts it right back. Cosmic on the clear, and the back and forth, the ping pong is only going as far as the midfield line now, much to the chagrin of Havoc Esports. Heps gets that one, but it's an awkward bouncer, so the second touch not there, but Sparky's a little slow to clear. Criius does connect. Stu trying to find anything, but the pre-jump was very awkward, and Heps forced to clear this one back. Still, this ball spending so much time in the Havoc Esports zone, they can't collect themselves to get the clear. Another low shot down towards the ground, and Criius follows through time and time again. These Kite Fanatics, they're doing such a good job of holding on to possession here. They're getting the defenders to bite on seemingly everything. Another slow pop, and an awkward clear comes through again.
It's so interesting because it's so early into the game, so early into the series. We're halfway through game number 1, and you almost have to wonder how much the psychology is coming into this. We saw the series earlier against these two squads, and it went to 5 games with the Kite Fanatics taking it in game number 5. But they came out here in game number 1 of another best of 5 series after Havoc Esports had such strong momentum in the losers finals. And for the Kite Fanatics to come out so incredibly strongly, you have to imagine that they're sitting back and thinking, whether they're saying it or not, they're saying, look, we beat them before, we can beat them again, we can do it. And Havoc, they're going to have to get past that if it exists. And they've been able to slow the tide, they've been able to stem the bleeding somewhat. There's still so much offensive possession coming out from Kite Fanatics. But Havoc, if they can break out of their half, I feel like it's going to work out better for them, but it's certainly a tall ask of them based on how the first 3 minutes and change have gone.
Honestly, you talk about what this side in orange is probably saying to each other, and I feel like if they're listening in on stream, they're probably saying, why in the world are they calling us the Kite Fanatics and not SHFKASBKF? You know, that makes a lot more sense. It rolls right off the tongue, but, you know, they are the Kite Fanatics now, and they're doing a very excellent job of denying Havoc any look on the offensive side of things. It is evident that the pressure is overwhelming right now. The opportunities for Havoc are not presenting themselves like they were in the lower bracket final, which it worked well for them in that past series, especially towards the end of the game, but the last minute heroics will have to come in again here, this time in game 1 of the first best of 5 in this grand final. Avdiel gets a big clear out. Havoc Esports trying to dissuade this offense from the Kite Flyers, but it is blocked away all the way out to the middle of the field. Challenges left and right here. 40 seconds to go, and the ball going the wrong way here for Havoc.
You know, it's 35 seconds to change, or 30 seconds to change left. Havoc, they're still trying to fight for that second goal here in the game, but it's almost a little bit fitting. We started calling the Kite Fanatics. If there's anybody that can figure out how to make some headway in front of Havoc, it would be Kite Fanatics. People that are able to throw a paper-thin object in the air and control it. And you know what? Havoc, they've been doing well. They haven't been playing badly by any means. But Kite Fanatics, they've been able to put on so much pressure, put on the control of the pitch over and over and over. And they're going to go towards a win here in game number 1. We'll see one for the road here for Havoc, and certainly will help to try to get that little bit of a mental regain here at the end of game number 1. But the Kite Fanatics 4-2 in favor of the Orange Squad after a very dominant offensive performance.
They are now 2 games away from being the first Criius bi-weekly champions, but you know, still got plenty of Rocket League to play. And I kind of like, you know, whether or not you want to consider Havoc's goal there a garbage time goal, because by all technicalities it is one, given the fact that it was scored at 0 seconds, but I still like the idea of it for Havoc because it suggests to me that even with the lead here, these Kite Fanatics want to play aggressively. They want to throw everything forward, and they're one of those teams that I've seen a couple of these teams come across my desk personally in my time where they just literally want to keep scoring no matter what. They will not sit back on any kind of a lead. They just want to force the advantage as much as possible. And it's a high risk, high reward play style because especially with Havoc, we saw it in the last game of the lower bracket final, literally conceded the first goal to Team Takeover and likely would have been scrapping it out to try and come back. But then 4 goals unanswered in an unprecedented amount of time. It was just a crazy effort from them. So you have to be careful here if you're the Kite Fanatics when you try to go that aggressive towards the end of the game, because Havoc, they've shown that they can do it to strong teams. It honestly might just be a matter of time before they do it here too.
Absolutely, and that's why I want to have like a little bit of a mild pushback on saying that you could call it a garbage time goal, because I mean momentum is a thing. You can't quite measure it, but even just a little bits of fortune towards the end of the game can do well to start off the next, as I'm immediately eating my words. As the Kite Fanatics off the kickoff, Heps throwing some chicanery off of the ceiling bounce. 12 seconds in game 1 they scored it. They only took 5 in game number 2.
Yeah, I hope those words taste delicious, because I don't think you're going to get any smaller of a portion here with these Kite Fanatics. They seem to just open up each game in this series thus far with their strongest form of the entire 5 minutes. And that's not to discredit the fact that they closed out game 1 and maybe what they might be able to do here in game number 2, but it's still just so oppressive because you try as hard as you can if you're Havoc Esports to move on from game 1. You want the mental reset. You want to just sit there and be like, it's a new game, fresh scoreboard, 5 minutes, we win this one, and that's one step closer to our goal. And then 5 seconds in, you're already playing down a goal, which it doesn't seem like much in this lobby. And for Havoc, we've seen them make the comeback, but it's all about the mental at that point. It's less about the fact that you are down by 1 and more about the fact that these Kite Fanatics do not care about the reset of a fresh game. They will continue to remind you of how strong a team they are, the fact that they've made grand finals through the upper bracket, and that they deserve this tournament win.
Not just that they made grand finals to the uppers, but they beat Havoc to get there. And that's going to be an extra angle here. The Havoc, they have what it takes. We've seen the gameplay. There's no doubt about it. Everybody on this pitch right now is a fantastic player, but just these little things have been going the way of the Kite Fanatics, the challenges, the pinches. Even if the individual challenges go the way of Havoc, the follow-up is more than likely going over to the Kite Fanatics, talking about a challenge in front of the net, but both of these going in favor of Havoc, as they'll both be saved. Kite Fanatics still hunting for the goal. Cosmic trying to get this leak out along the sideline. We'll get it past Stu. Criius taking an opportunity and is going to get the benefit of it. And Sparky is going to rotate around a little bit tricky. We'll get demoed for the slow play. Stu popping it up. Hev's trying to take the defender out of rotation as we get closer and closer to halftime here at game number 2. 1-0 in favor of the Kite Fanatics. And a very fast-paced series so far. One that has been in favor of the Orange Squad. Havoc, they're still in it, but they certainly need to start breaking through and go from playing well to playing great.
Yeah, and you talk about breaking through. Sparky delivering right as I'm about to get into the point. All players on Havoc having 2 saves to their name, but the one having 2 shots. Sparky, the goal scorer there, equalizes things still over half of the game remaining, and that's exactly what you want here from Havoc. A little bit of fight back early on. Don't let this side of the Kite Fanatics get too deep into the game uncontested. 1-1, half of the time remaining, game 2.
Look, the best competitors have selective memories. They remember the goals they score and not the ones that they gave up. And they're continuing to fight. Havoc, they're continuing to push through. They're going to have a foot race here back over to the orange half. They will not be able to win it as this 3x3 track section will break out in favor of the Kite Fanatics. Sparky taking it out the corner. Heps will get the pop-up over the side. Stu looking to cook up a dish, and he will find it with the go-ahead goal. 2:02 left on the clock, but another connection from the Kite Fanatics.
All this food talk, and I'm starting to get hungry again, which is not a good sign, but the food will have to wait. The Rocket League is enough sustenance for now, and Stu, that's a fantastic angle to find. Bar down, squeaks its way in without the defenders being able to get there in time, and now all of a sudden, Havoc forced with yet another response. Cosmic tries to push very quickly to this ball, does tap it down, but Avdiel was not quite ready to receive it, even though it was in the general vicinity. Sparky with a little bit of slow play. Challenge finds its way to the waterfall section of the Havoc backboard, and Creature turns with it as well, but can't find the double follow through from Stu, and the bump is in on the goal line, and it's a lead by 2 for the Kite Fanatics.
Yeah, that's just a perfectly developed play there for the Orange Squad. They're looking to try to get into the net. Obviously, Criius getting that pass back over, gets the bump onto the goal line as well to open it up. And the bounce working out perfectly with the Stu read. And up by 2, they're starting to click. They're starting to pull away. They're starting to make some magic happen, but Cosmic picking up the save. They're going to need more than just saves. They're going to need goals to try to get back into the series. As their opponents still hold on to the series lead. Not just that, but a 3-goal lead with 1:21 left on the clock.
Yep, it's getting a little risky here. We've got 81 seconds left, and still, you talk about it. They've got to find those breakout opportunities, but by the same respect, they've got 8 saves spread out amongst the players right now. That is a lot of pressure against you, especially when Stu, who's good for 2 of the 4 goals here, 7 shots in the lobby as well. Heps with a massive save coming from the ground up towards that top corner, and a flick good enough to beat that first early challenge. But now Stu in a little awkward position. Ball squeaks its way through, but wide, and well done to clear it aside. Now the Kite Fanatics are able to push back the other way just instantly, creating so much pressure. Yet again, Stu has time to get to this ball, which really should not be happening. If you're Havoc, you need to get a defender there in time to the backboard, and this is just prime for the taking from somebody. It will be Heps over to that same backboard spot, and regardless of the goal not being found just yet, what a touch on the fadeaway. Criius can't quite find it, but the pressure is there. It's in, and this game might be done and dusted.
30 seconds left. It's 15 shots to 6. There are so many saves coming out from the Havoc side. We're at 9 saves now. You know, you can play defense as long as you want. You need to get, you know, defense wins championships in other sports. You need to score goals. And with 13 seconds left, no, the Kite Fanatics are taking game number 2. They're going to take a series, a championship point coming into this. They're going to be 1 game away from it. Havoc, they've had comebacks before. They took the Kite Fanatics to 5 games earlier in the night. They had an astounding comeback against Team Takeover in the losers finals, but they're going to have to top both of those efforts if they're going to look to reverse sweep this series. And we can't even talk about reverse sweeps. They got to worry about game number 3 before they can start worrying about 4 and 5.
Yeah, I'm right with you there. They really can't think about a reverse sweep right now. They've got to take it 1 step at a time. They have 3 steps total to make in order to win this first series of the grand final and then do it again in another best of 5. These teams did go to 5 games the last time they played against each other, but that was the winner's final. This is the grand final. A lot more on the line this time. And our good friends here on the orange side, this SHFKASBKF squad, it's not going to go down that easy. I'm making a call here. I'm breaking the 4th wall a little bit. I want to make a call to chat because I know we're all very in tune with this orange team's name. I want to see if anybody can come up with a better acronym and properly name this team, especially if they end up winning the championship. Best one, I think we can come to a consensus if people do put them in there. So SHFKASBKF. I hope you got all that. That's about the last time I think I'm going to rifle through all those letters. Game 3 on the way, Gator. Havoc, a lot of things, a lot of questions to answer right now. I think the 9 saves is probably the most glaring thing, but offensively as well, they've got to find something to click.
Yeah, I mean, that really is it. Offensively, they got to get a click. I mean, the questions answer, yeah, what the name is. That's to be true. And I'll break the 4th wall too. Chad, if you know what it means, if it actually means something, please let us know. Gaga and I actually spent a negligible amount of time trying to figure out what it was. But we do, either way, we want to know the name, but we do know that game they're playing. That game is Rocket League, and they've been playing it well with the 2-0 lead in the grand finals. They're looking to continue it on against Havoc. Havoc, they're fighting back. They've done well. Again, they haven't played poorly, but Stu has been cooking. The Kite Fanatics have been clicking. They're finding the lift beneath their papery wings, and they take the lead a little bit slower than the first 2 games, but nonetheless a lead 35 seconds in.
Yeah, I know. 35 seconds is as opposed to
that
only 5. Come on.
35 is slow. Come on.
Absolutely lacking.
Washed.
Like I can't believe that it took them that long. This series is chalked. Go next. It's a reverse sweep. It's easy for Havoc here. No, I mean, listen, it's just still, you have to respect how well they've done here just to open things up. It's the beginning of the game, but it's the entire series as well at this point. They've just been so oppressive right now. Havoc in an opportunity last series during Team Takeover in the lower bracket final where it took them a little bit, but they were allowed to play their brand of Rocket League. They're being forced to conform to a play style that they do not want to fit into, and a big save from Cosmic comes out. Stu was not quite on the rebound, so the shot doesn't come through, fortunately for Havoc here, and they do get an attempt at a pushback. Sparky somehow has enough speed coming down off the wall to get a demo, and Cosmic pushes for that same sidewall, but nothing to come of it. Little double from the attacking side here, but Stu does force it to the corner, and all of a sudden the Kite Fanatics are back at it on offense with just under a minute and a half to go. They're threatening yet again to try and get a second goal.
They're trying to find that second lift, that second win. And, I mean, you got to be playing really well when the broadcast is making fun of you for taking 35 seconds to score. Like, they're pushing, they're doing so well. They have the 1-0 lead. There's 3 minutes left in game number 3. They continue to push. They're continuing to totally control the possession here of this series. They're getting more and more opportunities. This time, finding the crossbar. A couple of shots coming in, and maybe an opportunity here for Havoc. No, will be denied as Cosmic is going to take it over to the corner. Hebs looking for the pre-jump onto it. Cosmic slowing it down. Hebs will rotate through. Criius on the challenge. Do and FDL looking to make something of it in the midfield. As Sparky rotating up. Will try to get this follow-up touch. Hebs cutting it off. FDL onto the side well. Hebs taking it off to the side. Looking to get another one here for the Kite Fanatics. Havoc trying to take it out of their half. They've been pressured for so long. Past halfway of game number 3. May have an opportunity here. Sparky looking to drop it low, but will be denied. Cosmic can't make contact. FDL will get it, but not necessarily the most favorable of touches. Havoc will be forced to regain.
As this one goes back out, another opportunity, but Hep stands strong on the goal line, high up as well. Right place, right time, and what a connection on the pass to extend that down the side while Criius jumps up for this one, gets it past Cosmic, but there's Sparky ready and waiting, the second person in the rotation here. Crucial for Havoc to try and force these opportunities. Avdio comes through and forces Stu into an awkward spot, so now Cosmic collects the ball. The bumps are in. All of a sudden, they've got some good speed coming through the corner, but the ball slowing down to a snail's pace and unable to be seen through for an opportunity. Sparky comes in though, and Stu reads it over the top again. Stu has been so strong in these challenges, the disrespect to the defenders and anybody who tries to dribble this ball towards the middle of the field. Heps now goes to the backboard, and as time continues to tick, only 80 seconds left in regulation. And again, this is not only match point, but tournament point here for the Kite Fanatics. They've got 3 opportunities to close this out in the first best of 7 of the grand final. My goodness, they look confident enough to do it.
Yeah, they're trying to close this out here and now. Is Cosmic going to get the favor of a bump there with 60 seconds left? Still 1-0 in favor of Kite Fanatics. They're pushing their way through, time ticking down in favor of them taking the grand finals in a sweep as they continue to fight. But Havoc, they're still in this. Cosmic onto the back wall, look for the pass over to Avdiel, but off of the back wall from the challenge from the Kite Fanatics defense. Sparky over to the midfield, over to Cosmic's, redirected on target, but Hebs is going to get up and pick up the save. Rotating around, getting it out of the back corner as well. 30 seconds left, challenging Cosmic out of the back. Cosmic for Havoc, trying to get that equalizer, desperately working forward. Sparky may have it, but no, denied by Stu. Picks up the third save, and 20 seconds left. Gauget, this is so frenetic. Havoc are fighting, but will they be able to get it in the last 15?
And I talked about the Kite Fanatics here wanting to score no matter what, but they can really hunker down if they want to. Big clear comes out though, and with 6 seconds to go. Oh, that's a nice touch from Abiel. Sparky shooting up in the corner. Instead it's Abiel to take the low shot, but no, it's to the side, and it rolls along the ground. Doesn't get up on the wall in time, and some high-flying kites are seriously bewildering. Kite Fanatics are your Criius bi-weekly first iteration champions.
Absolutely well fought. Such a well-played grand finals. And yes, it was 3-0 in favor of our Kite Fanatics, the as they will be forever known as. We don't know their actual name. But Havoc, no, nothing to take away from y'all. An absolutely fantastic run through the tourney. A beautiful roar back in the losers finals, and such a frenetic effort in the grand finals. But the Kite Fanatics, they held strong, held true. The lines were taut, the sights were sought, and they were able to elevate over the competition. Congratulations on taking home the championship here in the first Criius bi-weekly tournament.
Absolutely massive congratulations, and that's going to do it for the tournament tonight. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to throw it one last time over to Brody to wrap up the stream, but for my amazing friend and even more amazing co-caster, Alligator Saurus, my name is Gaugen. We hope you have a great rest of your evening, and Brody, take it away.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so bright. Chat, what a tournament. Although it was a 3-0 sweep in the finals, that was a very tight series. And wow. Firstly, before we sign off, I want to thank Oblivion, Snowy Canadian, Gaugan, and Alligatorsaurus for all the time they put into putting on an amazing cast. They really bring the broadcast to life with their casting. It's truly remarkable how good they are at their craft. So please be sure to check them out. I believe Zuki puts their socials, or at least their Twitch links, in the chat. Mito Weston redeeming a shoot a hoop at the end of the stream. I don't even know where the ball. Oh my god. You know what? I'll do it very briefly. I'm so bright right now. That's crazy. All right, we'll be right back. Oh, chat, I can't even turn the light down. Okay, here we go. Signing off, our first ever. Oh no, I almost made it. Our first ever Criius Weekly. I gotta turn this light down. I just look so washed out. I can't have this. All right, we got it. One sec, gamers. There we go. That's better. Jeez, that was way too bright. All right, I'm gonna stop getting off topic. Everybody, I want to thank you wholeheartedly for tuning into the stream today. It was our first ever weekly. We had some small technical difficulties at the start there, but from there on, it was smooth sailing. Like I said, we're up to weekly streams now, so stay tuned or stick around. Next Sunday, we'll be back with our Sunday Scrims, followed by another weekly tournament. Will the Kite Fanatics come back to defend their title? We'll have to see, but once again, a huge congratulations to them. And thank you again to everybody for tuning in. I loved seeing all the people come out, bring the hype in the chat. It was so, so wonderful. Thank you. Great tournament. And I also want to quickly thank Jordan, Vertical, and Zuki for all the hard work they do behind the scenes. They do so much stuff outside of the scope of just production. They're coordinating matches. I also want to thank our mods, everyone who works so hard behind the scenes. You guys are all awesome. With that, I believe we're going to be throwing into a raid that Zuki and Jordan are coordinating. And once again, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. One quick last look at our bracket. There it is. And I'll do the name correctly just for them. SHFKASBKF. Our first ever inaugural Criius Gaming champions. Once again, I'm Alex. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. And we'll see you guys next Sunday. Have a good night, everybody.